so efficient and important for us.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
This report is sponsored by the Truth with Lisa Booth podcast.
Plenty of sunshine to start off your Tuesday. Then we're going to see a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms as we get into later on this afternoon. Highs today will be in the low 80s. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
Chloe Cole was just 15 years old when she underwent a double mastectomy in the name of transgenderism. She regretted it a year later. Hear her story on The Truth with Lisa Booth. And listen to The Truth with Lisa Booth every Monday and Thursday, but you can listen throughout the week on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
630 KHOW Denver. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
ABC News, I'm Rena Roy. The debt ceiling deal has been reached. All that's left is voting on it. President Biden and House Speaker McCarthy agreeing to a plan that must make it past the House and Senate before it can be signed, with more on what's in it. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
The 2-year deal would suspend the debt limit through the next presidential election, claw back $30 billion in COVID relief, rescind $20 billion in IRS funding, end Biden's freeze on student loan payments in August, and add new work requirements for Americans ages 50 to 54 who rely on food assistance, which progressive Democrats were firmly against.
The governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, hoping to become the next president, will tour Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina this week. All three are early election states for the GOP. Disgraced Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes is moving into her new home today. It's a minimum security prison in Bryan, Texas, where she'll spend the next 11 years for lying to investors about the bogus blood testing company she founded. This is ABC News. 9 people recovering after being shot over the Memorial Day weekend on the boardwalk in Hollywood, Florida. The youngest victim, just a year old. Police think it all started with a fight that escalated to gunfire. And in Chicago, another violent holiday weekend, 47 people shot across the city. 9 of them were killed. It used to be a requirement in a lot of places. Apply for a job, get a drug test. But now, says ABC's Jim Ryan, the tight labor market may be changing that.
The staffing firm Manpower Group surveyed 45,000 employers worldwide and found that about 9% were doing away with drug screening as a part of the hiring process. A growing state-by-state movement toward legalization is part of it.
Somebody could use cannabis, legally buy it today, and tomorrow test positive and it have no effect on them.
Marijuana advocate Jerry Joyner, Quest Diagnostics, ran 6 million workplace drug tests last year. 4.3% were positive for cannabis, 0.5% higher than the year before. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Rena Roy, ABC News.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, apixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines, such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
A Colorado woman was killed in a home invasion in Ecuador, and her family is now working to return her body to the U.S. for burial. The Williams family moved to a remote farm in Ecuador from Kremlin. Just over a week ago, the family was at home when a group of men invaded their property. Francesca Williams was shot and killed. Her husband hit on the head with a brick. Even before the robbery, Michael Williams says the family was planning on moving back to Colorado.
Had we just stayed back in the United States, quite possibly she'd still be with us.
Because of safety concerns, they're not living on the farm but in a neighboring town. The family is now working with the U.S. consulate to help return Francesca's body to the U.S. The TSA offering a new reservation system for security checks at Denver International Airport. The new system allows passengers to reserve a place in line at the bridge security checkpoint. A reservation can be booked up to 3 days in advance at no cost. More information about the program is available on the DIA website. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Some major slowdowns east of the downtown area for the 9 o'clock hour, starting with I-270 westbound between Vasquez and York. Watch out for crews in the left lane for road damage repair. We're seeing stop and go back from I-70. Folks heading northwest will have to add about 56 minutes extra to their commute. Just south of there, I-70 eastbound at Peoria Street, a recent accident has been all cleared up. Still seeing some slow traffic back from Central Park Boulevard. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, another warm one today. High of 81 degrees this afternoon, overnight low of 51. We are expecting scattered thunderstorms today and all throughout the rest of the week. The current temperature is 67 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Memorial Day sale. Blindster.com.
Shopping for a gift for dad or grad? Get Rosetta Stone for 40% off now through June 18th. Learning a language will expand their horizons and open up new opportunities in career, travel, and more. Choose from Spanish, Italian, Japanese, and over 20 more languages. Rosetta Stone memberships are for life, so your present gets them forever access to language learning tools they can use for years to come. Get it now at rosettastone.com. 40% off ends June 18th.
Furnace and AC depend on each other, so why bother getting one checked without the other? With Plumbline Services, you don't have to make that choice. You get both checked for just $79. Now that's a plumb crazy deal. A complete system checkout. Catch little problems before they turn into expensive repairs. From a company we've trusted along the Front Range since 1998. Schedule online. No phone call, no hassle, no wait. PlumlineServices.com. Service at home. Servants at heart. PlumlineServices.com.
Got hail damage? Call Excel Roofing, 303-761-6400.
It's the Dan Kaplan Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Denver is deciding who their next mayor will be. One of the two options, Kelly Brough.
Tom, do I have you?
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help with common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. The best water systems, the lowest prices. That's right. And that's paulthewaterman.com or waterpros.net. Listen, I'm telling you, this new system for the whole house, for everything you need for good water throughout the entire house, including drinking, under $5,000 fully installed. If you want to do just drinking water, it's under $1,000. That's waterpros.net or paulthewaterman.com. I love great products. That's what I do on this show. By the way, WaterPros is 303-862-5554. Here's what I mean. I truly believe in what I advertise. I truly do. I'm not screwing around here with everything I do. If ever you have a problem, you let me know. Let's go to the phones. That's my pledge to you. I'm gonna, and I have a guest today. I'll introduce in a minute. Kimberly and Steve and Tony. Let's go to Kimberly. Kimberly, what's going on with workers' comp? Great news that we have some good people, Kimberly, when it comes to workers' comp. What's going on?
Well, actually, I have been on a disability claim through Workman's Comp.
Oh, you're already on it, right? How long have you been on it?
So I was issued the Workman's Compensation claim since 2015.
Oh my gosh! So you've been on workers' comp disability. I didn't know it goes that long. I thought it's until you reach maximum medical improvement. What do I got wrong here?
Well, I had an attorney help me out with this as well. I have lifetime medical benefits.
Oh, is that what you're talking about then? You don't get paid every month, do you? Or do you just get your medical?
I do get paid every month.
How much?
I used to work for the school system. So my benefits are at and have been at $1,700 a month.
Okay, that must be something. Okay, so that's a permanent kind of disability we're talking about then. Okay.
Yes.
So what's going on with
Permanent
you?
disability. Well, I just received a letter.
And, oh, by the
in
way, what percentage did they rate you?
So my permanent disability rating is at 12%.
And you're getting $1,700 for 12%? Wow.
Yes.
What happened to you? What did you hurt?
Well, well, I was working for the school district, so I was a paraprofessional, special education.
Oh.
And I was injured by one of the students and had to have surgery, so I could no longer do the job that I was in. And after 18 years putting me back in the same position, which the doctor said I could not do, they decided to release me of my duties, saying they did not have a position in the district for me.
Okay, so
therefore,
hold on. Mm-hmm. What is your question today?
So my question today is, the Hartford Group, which is the private insurance company, says that I owe them $22,000.
But why? Why?
They say I have not supplied income proof since 2017.
Now, what does that mean, income proof? Are you not allowed to work?
They say I can work part-time.
Okay, and have you worked part-time?
Yes.
Okay, so what they wanted, but you haven't responded to their inquiries.
I have responded to all their inquiries. I've sent them a letter of appeal.
No, here's what I'm asking. Have you sent them salary figures since 2017?
Yes, I have, and I have documentation of all of that, including their
So
letters.
you have sent them. Why are they saying you never sent them?
I don't know. That's what I want to know. And then 2021, they already collected another overpayment from me in the amount of $3,458. And
How'd they collect it? You mean by not paying you?
That's correct.
Okay, listen, let's get right down to it. You're saying you supplied the figures. They're saying you didn't. Are they saying if you supply the figures again, they'll restore, that they'll wipe out that 22 grand? I mean, what are they saying? I need to know what they're saying.
They're telling me that they want me to pay back the $22,000 from my earnings from part-time work from 2017.
I know that's what they're saying, but if you supply them the figures, will they erase that debt?
They're not going to. They said no.
Are you sure? I want to call Cliff Enton. I want to get our expert on. Hold on. I want to call Cliff Enton. Hang on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Who do I have today? Is it Kachina Kalori?
It is. Hello, I'm back.
Are you feeling better?
I'm feeling great.
Okay, that's good. Well, listen, Kachina, let's get them on. Let's get Cliff Enton's a great guy.
Okay,
We'll get him on. Okay, hold on a second here. Thank you. Tony, what's going on with Spectrum Cable? Where's Spectrum Cable anyway, Tony? Tony, are you there? Hey, man, where's Spectrum?
In Grand Junction.
And what's the problem with them?
Okay. The problem is I moved out to Grand Junction from Denver 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I signed up for Spectrum on their introductory program. And,
And what was that program?
It was like $163.
So what's the problem?
It was less than that, and then it went up to 163, and I'm a retired person on Social Security with a small pension. So in April, they decided to jack my money or my payment up to $199.
Okay, let me ask you something. You said it started out lower, went to 163. So I'm just asking a question, not agreeing or disagreeing. Why can't they jack it? Is there something in your contract that says you're guaranteed a certain price?
No, and I'm okay with them jacking it. The situation is on my contract or payment period is April 14th to May 13th. And I canceled with them on May 1st and returned all the equipment on
Oh,
May
you did? Okay, but don't they recognize you're no longer a customer?
Yes, but they want the full $199
For May.
Even for May, even though I didn't use any of it.
Okay, but hold on.
days.
What does the contract say about cancellation? If you returned it half month, it could very well be that the contract calls for the full month. Now, obviously, they could waive that or give you a break, but what does the contract say?
Well, they say their policy is you have to pay for the full month.
Okay, well, if you hold on, it could be you agreed to that. Here's what I want to do, Tony.
Right, but here, let me say this. I went out of the contract period, the original 2-year contract period.
Yes.
You know, so I was outside the contract period.
Okay, let
That's
me
why
explain
they
how that
raised
works.
my-
When you have a contract and it expires, usually when you continue month to month, the same terms and conditions apply for termination and all of that. It doesn't mean you're under a contract to stay a year or two, but the same terms and conditions usually apply. I want to give this to Deputy Dollar.
Well, here's the thing, Tom.
Yes, sir.
They gave me really poor service.
No,
You know, they had to change
listen.
up-
I understand you have problems
Here's
with
what I
them.
want to do.
Go ahead.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Go ahead.
Since I'm retired and I want to get a lot of vitamin D, I want to make a sign that says, I'm not happy with Spectrum. You talk to me and sit out in front of their store.
There's nothing wrong with that. If you're in public and you have a sign, it doesn't violate any public laws. Some municipalities restrict signage, but if you can hold a sign saying, before getting Spectrum, talk to me, or I don't like Spectrum, here's why, talk to me. But here's what the thing is. You can say that, but you can't say a lie. For example, it would be a lie to say that they are, how do we put it? That they are doing something illegal or crooked or something. You can say, in my opinion, they didn't treat me fairly, or I think they're, you can give opinions. But be careful, because they're probably doing exactly what their contract calls for. But, Tony, before you do that, I can assign this to one of our deputies. I'd like to give it to Deputy Dollar, who's good at contract stuff, to just say, look, if he was supposed to give you a full month, if a partial month considers a full month, can you give the guy a break? So we're gonna just do that, is what I'm saying. So why don't we just try to see what we can do? Let's just try. And
I would love that very much.
Okay, so hold on. 303-713-8255. I have Cliff Fenton. I normally have to take a break, but I'm not gonna make my attorney stay on hold here. Cliff Fenton is an attorney at law. He does personal injury and workers' comp. He's a great guy. And is that your website now, thelegalguy.com?
No, well, I think that one still refers, Tom. Good morning.
Okay. Which one do you
Cliff
prefer?
At Enton Law.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I love, hey man, I love thelegalguy.com, by the way. EntonLaw.com. Here's what I want to do, Cliff. I want to talk to you about this real quick. Kimberly's on workers' compensation, 12% disability. She can work part-time. She's been getting $1,700 a month plus medical coverage. Okay, she worked for the school system. Now Hartford says, we want $22,000 back because you did not supply a salary figure since 2017. So she says now, even if she goes back, she said she did supply them. They say she didn't. I don't know what to do about this, but then she says, even if she supplies them again, they won't take away that $22,000 bill. What would put her in a position where she owes $22,000?
Yeah, that's really unusual, Tom.
They're probably saying she worked too much, aren't they? They're saying she worked too much.
But they have the responsibility to get what the wages are. They're in a position to do that. They're insuring the employer. And
well, they're not. She's not working. Kimberly, are you working? Kimberly, were you working for the same employer?
For my part-time wages?
Yes.
No, they released me because they said I could no longer do my
Okay, so where were you working?
I was working I was doing a couple days a week hostessing for the Hideaway.
Okay, now you supplied all of those figures as a hostess to the Hartford, and they say you didn't.
That's correct.
Okay, hold on. Enton Law, by the way, I have to take this. 303-333-2222, 303-333-2222 for Cliff Enton if you have a problem like this. Now listen, hold on. We got to answer the question. Why, if you didn't supply them and now you supply them, why wouldn't they retroactively cancel that debt? I know Cliff has handled a lot of cases. He might have some theories coming right up.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Right now, we can all use some extra cash, so why not visit David Ellis Jewelry to cash in your old, useless, tangled jewelry, coins, and anything else containing precious metals. He'll even buy your fine jewelry and diamonds. Hello, I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, and I recommend David Ellis Jewelry because I've known David for years. I trust him. You can too. 2640 East 3rd Avenue. That's 3rd and Clayton. 303-322-8779. 322-8779.
I want to tell you about mymoneymyway.com. You go there and you'll see some videos I did along with Joe and Jordan. And listen to this. You need financial clarity and certainty, and that's what they offer because they have more than 70 years of combined successful experience being financial planners and advisors. And here's what you can do. You can find out about income for life, guaranteed income, guaranteed no loss, from mymoneymyway.com, 303-779-6600.
Thank you.
All right. Where's Mark? I haven't tuned in I haven't tuned in today on, hold on.
No audio's been up?
Oh, there you are. No, I haven't been concentrating on the YouTube. Are you in the studio?
No, I'm at home.
All right.
I had to redo my hard drive, man.
Why?
I haven't had one go out before, but one of my SSDs went out. So
Wait,
I
with
bought
the
another
solid
one and I
state
copied
went
it.
out? That's odd.
Yeah, it kept having a memory error like every couple days, and it would literally blue screen.
That's crazy. YouTube. Are you in the studio?
No, I'm at home.
Oh, let me turn that off. All right. That's my fault. I'm giving double audio. There we go.
I've done that.
I got it.
I think it's working good now, though. That's the good news.
So, Mark.
Hey, listen real quick on Joe's stuff.
I know.
You'll just have 2 lives today, but concentrate on the annuity.
I got it.
And moving retirement accounts.
I got it. Got it.
Right. Exactly.
Is that Doc?
No, he's not.
Who's
with
over
me.
there?
I got Joel with me from Denver Regenerative.
What's up, Joel?
How you doing?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you.
Good morning.
I can
Thank
hear
so
you.
much for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I
I
help
heard you gave. Didn't you get some stem cells or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, now he could barely walk at all.
Okay, what's your name?
I think this worked out.
Chris, C-H-R-I-S. And you have a question on landscaping. All right, you got it.
So why did this guy, do you think, Chris, who emailed us, why did he send us a copy of a vacuum cleaner?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well, if you look at your email once in a while, you will.
I look at it all the time when you come in.
Okay, can I show you something real quick since we have a couple minutes?
Yeah. Okay.
Let me see. Okay, let's see here. I have no idea. Who was it from? What does it say? Oh, okay, hold on. That's his workout, I guess. I don't know. That is a little odd. I'm It seems like he really likes the show, but I have no idea why there's a picture of a vacuum either. What the hell does that even mean?
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. Okay, hold on for me. All right. Yes. What's our time code? 57 seconds. God, we're good. I hope we have Denver Regen in the house because he hasn't mentioned him yet. It's on the calendar. But then again, a lot of things are on the calendar that didn't go for me today.
Remember, Thursdays, there's no lives at all, Tom.
Yes, right.
In fact, I don't think there's any commercials.
It's going to be wacky.
It is going to be wacky.
You
It's going to be all Frank Duran commercials.
You getting a Cub Cadet?
How'd you know I was getting a Cub Cadet?
It was literally the on-air topic for 3 days. Stand by.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Let me go back to Cliff Enton, attorney at law. He does workers' comp. Kimberly said she was on workers' comp since 2015. She's been getting about $1,700 a month plus medical coverage. She was allowed to work part-time. The Hartford says, we didn't get your information from 2017 on your wages. Therefore, you owe us $22,000. Kimberly, let me ask you something very quickly. Does that $22,000, I didn't do the math, is that a full refund of everything they paid you? What is it? $1,700 a month since 2017, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Are they asking for all their money back? I don't think so.
No, not all the money back. They have taken, I had supplied them with my W-2s.
Oh, no. They're asking for a very small portion of the money back. Go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. And between 2019 and also 2021, I was on unemployment due to the COVID pandemic. And I think they're also including those funds as well.
Well, how much were you allowed to make?
Well, they never gave me a clear answer, even though I kept calling the
Well, how much were you making? How much were you making?
I was making approximately $600 a month.
Okay. Now, is that really all you were making?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. Cliff, is there a limit to what she could make?
There is a limit. Now, they are entitled to get unemployment back because you can't both get unemployment and temporary total disability.
So how much total unemployment did you get, Kimberly? Let's just do that. That might be the $22,000.
They looked at $15,000 on unemployment.
Okay, well, guess what? That's mostly all of the $22,000.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay that back.
Well, as far as the work comp recovery, though, for money they may have paid you over on TTD, they can't just get that back. They would have to file some sort of an application for hearing, seeking to recover benefits, adjust temporary total disability, et cetera. But let me ask you this. That is an awful long time to be receiving benefits. Are you permanently and totally disabled? Did they admit to total
They said
disability?
12%. They said 12% permanent.
Well, they gave me total and permanent disability.
But 12%. I thought you said it was only 12%.
Well, they said that's what my impairment rating was. That's my
Right.
impairment rating.
Well, what does that mean? Hold on. Cliff Enton, what's the difference between total disability and a 12% impairment? Can you have total disability on a 12% impairment?
Well, there's two types of total disability. You have temporary total disability, which is 2/3 of your average weekly wage, and that's what you get while you're awaiting MMI and an impairment rating. Now, if you got an impairment rating, you wouldn't get temporary total disability anymore. But if they determined that you were totally unable to do any work at all for any wages at all, you might be entitled to what's called permanent total disability.
But if she she can't work even she couldn't work even part-time.
She couldn't. Well, if she was started to work part-time, they could then file an application for hearing to terminate permanent total disability.
But okay,
were you judged?
Here's what I'm asking you. Here's what I'm asking you. Here's what I'm asking you, Cliff. What would she, if she was getting benefits since 2015? What kind of benefits are they? They can't be temporary.
I wouldn't think so.
She's been getting this money for going on 8 years now. So what is, if it's permanent, then she couldn't be working, right?
You could be working, but it would then possibly create an overpayment, which is what they're saying. But more than that, if you're able to work to that extent, I'm surprised they haven't filed an application to overcome the determination of permanent total disability or to withdraw that. But let me ask you this. Did they ever say you were permanently and totally disabled?
Yes, they did.
And
I
what are your
got it on my...
Well, then, Kimberly, if they said that, you shouldn't be working.
And that's strange because I checked in with them every couple months, and every maybe 3 to 4 months they had required physician statements. And my physician says this is a lifetime condition. It's not going to ever go away.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Here's what I would suggest, Kimberly, cutting to the chase on this and kind of looking.
Yeah, what does she do? What does she do?
I think you should call an attorney. You're welcome to call us. But if you are permanently and totally disabled, the way that most of these cases resolve is through a full and final settlement, because we can calculate what they would owe you in benefits based on your life expectancy. And off of that, then, we could do a settlement, which would be perhaps part a lump sum of cash, part maybe an annuity that would pay you so much per month, and take into account any alleged overpayment. And the nice thing about that is once you settle the case, then it really doesn't matter if you go back to work. That's what I always tell people. If you're just judged to be permanently and totally disabled, then just as in this case, they're looking over your shoulder the whole time. Are you working? What are you making? Blah, blah, blah. They make your life a hassle.
So instead of doing that, he's proposing you do a full and final settlement of a lump sum plus possibly an annuity and get them out of your hair.
Exactly.
And that would be nice. And this whole thing...
And then what you do, Kimberly, we don't have a lot of time to continue, but listen, here's what I want to tell you. If you did that, you could then, as he said, take into consideration any overpayment, and the settlement would take that into consideration.
It would all be...
And Cliff, that's done on a contingency, right?
Right. It's done on a contingency fee basis, and usually you work out best that way. What I would do, if we have your phone number, Kimberly, is give that off air how we could get a hold of you, and I can have my office call you. We can get some of the paperwork. That'd be the first step to see exactly what the status of the claim is, because it can be confusing.
Let's do that, yeah.
At that point, we could try to resolve it with Hartford.
All right, let's try to do that. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Here's their number, by the way, Kimberly. You can call them, too, 303-333-2222. By the way, Kachina, get Kimberly's number, and Cliff will call her as well. Denver Regenerative Medicine is with us for stem cell therapy. They did my lower back, as you know, and they did a bunch of facet joints. And as I said, I've been feeling constant improvement, but slow. It's not a miracle where it works overnight. And Joel, what is going on in your body that takes time? What is it really?
Well, just like anything else in your body that takes time to heal, the stem cells use your body's own healing mechanism to repair damaged tissue.
So is that what it's doing?
So that's what it's doing. And to regenerate cartilage and regenerate disc material and things like that, particularly in the lower back, it can take several months to really reach a point.
And it takes the inflammation away as well, right?
Yeah, the inflammation is reduced as the injury heals as a result of the stem cells, but that can take several months.
Anyway, that's 833-STEM. Jen, we have more coming right up.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Folks can expect some major slowdowns through the Commerce City area this morning. I-270 westbound between Vasquez and York. Crews blocking the left lane for road damage repairs with stop and go back from I-70. We're looking at about an hour of delayed driving through I-270 westbound. South of there, I-70 westbound at I-225, a crash. Stop and go traffic back from Chambers. And north of the Denver Metro, I-25 northbound at Fort Lupton, a crash in the right lane. Fox 31 pinpointing up weather, another warm one today with a high of 81 degrees. Chance of scattered thunderstorms continue today and throughout the rest of the week. The current temperature is 70 degrees with your Impact Traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Why is the country plunging into chaos? People invading our borders by the thousands, the threat of AI, critical race theory in schools. Red Pilled America tackles all these issues and more. Listen to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. We tell the stories America wants to hear.
Okay, did you drink over Memorial Day at the barbecue? Did you get a DUI? I don't want to make light of it. Obviously, you could have avoided that. Anyone can do that with a designated driver. But let me just say this. If you're looking at a DUI, do not try to go through the system alone, even if you want to plead guilty. You need an attorney to go through both the DMV and the criminal part, two different kinds. You have civil and you have criminal. Or if you think you were falsely accused or extenuating circumstances, whatever the issue you need, LazzaraLegal.com, L-A-Z-Z-A-R-A. That's Joseph A. Lazzara. Find him at referralist.com, 303-429-6200. He'll give you a flat rate for the entire thing and free consultations up front, 303-429-6200. Okay, do you know this is a season where things can happen with extreme heat or with other weather-related phenomenon? You can have flooding, broken pipes. You can have anything happen, really. And mold, asbestos, whatever it is. If you have a property catastrophe, don't ever call just anyone. You got to call someone who's going to clean up the mess, get rid of the danger, and help you rebuild. American Restoration 24/7 is that company, and this is very important. Don't let your insurance company pick the company. They won't pick the most thorough and the best. And then you're stuck with the mess because they only pay once. Get American Restoration 24/7. I know Rock and his crew personally. I have glowing reviews on them. 8337-AM-REST. 8337-AM-REST. Online, amrest247.com.
Max? Yep.
All right. How much time do I have?
3.5.
All right. Do you want anything to drink, bro?
No.
You start peeing now.
Go get some tea. I have... turned it back on.
It's just a fan, not AC.
I have AC, of course, but the fan is remote in the attic. That's why they call it QC. You can't hear, but so you open up windows in the lower basement. That's it. Then you turn it on up there, and it's freaking amazing.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. By the way, if it gets truly, truly hot, 888heating.com says they'll do a new air conditioner for you or fix your old one, but they guarantee the lowest price on the same equipment. So take them up on their task, 888heating.com, 303-770-2776. Welcome to the show. Let's go back to the phones. We got a lot to talk about, okay? Now, I should talk about this landscaping because it's very urgent. And then go ahead, Chris, and then we'll keep moving. I'm going to get through these calls. Chris, what's going on with you?
Yeah, hey, Tom.
Hey.
So I was looking at your referral list. And
Yes.
There's several good landscaping companies on your referral list, but I'm looking for basically really unskilled. I need somebody to dig a big hole around the valve at the sidewalk where Denver Water puts the...
In other words, you don't need a full landscaping company. You just need someone to dig something out.
No. I just need help digging, yeah. I don't need to pay for expertise and sprinklers.
No, I know.
already got that
That's
covered.
where handymen come in. Have you looked at our handyman?
Oh, they'd be expensive for digging ditches.
Oh, they
I'd
would,
go to
Mark?
Home Depot.
What would you do?
I'd go to Home Depot and hire someone standing out front.
The people don't stand out front of Home Depot, Mark.
They do in Castle Rock.
Really? No, you know, listen, how about those people on the street will work for food? I don't know, man. I really don't know what to tell you. Mark, are you sure we don't have anyone on, because they come out and they have a set price or what on the handyman stuff?
Yeah, we don't have any ditch diggers.
You know what? If you really think about it,
well,
there's no one to do. I'm serious. It's hard to get someone to do.
How much are you willing to pay?
Let's ask LEM, Bob.
No, well, hold on. How much are you willing to pay per hour, say?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't pay it per hour because especially somebody who's, was smoking crack yesterday, I'm not going to pay anybody per hour. I'll bid on the project, maybe a few $100. I need a 4-foot hole dug about 3 feet wide.
That's a pretty big freaking hole.
That's a huge hole.
Digging has to be. I
Are
swear
you
to God.
putting a body in that hole?
You know what? Digging has to be the worst job in the world.
Yeah, especially with the clay and all in my neighborhood. But Denver Water says, oh, this is our stuff, but it's on your property. Well, so we're not going to take care of it. Well, how come I'm not getting rent from them then?
By the way, because they're a utility and have an easement. By the way,
Shannon, get that.
Ditch diggers. What happened? What happened?
Cuss word.
Who? I didn't hear a cuss word. What was it?
Well, I'm not going to say it again. We
used
the bleeper.
But what? He says, why do I have to? Okay.
The poopy word.
Oh, the poopy. Okay. So listen. Ditch diggers make $60,000 a year in New York. They make $50,000 a year in Arizona. Let's see, what do they make in Colorado? It's a hard job. Colorado.
He needs someone with a little
They make
micro-tractor.
$43,000 in Colorado.
He needs someone with a little tractor that's got a little digger on the back of it.
Yeah, he does need.
Let's.
I want to ask Bob at LEM Landscaping how much that would cost. I'm serious. I want to ask him straight up. Because he's expensive, but he's good. He guarantees everything. And I say expensive. He's not expensive.
He'll guarantee that hole is dug.
No. He has a great vet. He does perfect work. I'm serious. Let's ask him that what he thinks and where he would go to get this. Let's keep going. 303-713-8255. Now, Vince, what's going on with your 1950s stove? Is this a gas stove, wood stove? What's going on?
Morning, Tom. Yeah, it's a gas stove.
And what's going on with it?
Well, it won't, the flames in the oven and the other burners won't. There's flame, but it's not going through.
What does that mean? Now, tell me what you mean. Are you talking about a stove with burners on the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you turn it on. Do you get the blue flame?
Yeah, on the burners, but nothing goes through in the oven.
Oh, okay. Listen. Ovens are weird. Gas ovens are weird, and those things sometimes need to be heavily cleaned. And I hate to tell you to do it if you don't know what you're doing, but sometimes those elements in the older stoves come out, and you can literally clean the little orifices in the holes. It could be that it's dirty or hasn't been done properly, and it could be you need to clean it. It could be that your oven is just 1950, man, and you need to get another one.
Well, when I got in there, I mean everything was working fine, and I stuck my hands in there and messed it up. So, I'm.
Can you see?
Can you light it with a stick lighter?
Can you see the orifice?
The burners, yeah.
Can you see the orifices where all the flame comes out? Can you see that?
No, they won't come out of there. It's like it needs.
You just need, man, you're going to need to call an appliance repair person. Those are not easy to work on. Have you?
Well, the thing is, I can't find nobody to work on those old stoves.
I wonder if Jensen knows somebody. Have you called Jensen Appliance?
I don't remember if I did or not.
Well, if you didn't go to our referral list, are they still? They're still on there, I believe. I mean, Jensen, no matter what, they're good people, whether they're on there or not. We never can.
Yeah, they're on.
Do they work on those old stoves, though?
Well, they might, but he knows a lot. That's the thing. He knows a lot, and that's the important thing. Let's see. Appliance sales and service. I'm looking for them right now on the list here. We have Jensen Appliance, Premier Appliance Repair, and they're in Parker, but I think they travel. So go on the referral list and call them. They're both really good. Jensen Appliance, and then Premier Appliance Repair. Check those out. 303-713-8255. More coming right up. I just want to tell you something really quickly. Compass Insurance Group for insurance checkups. They work for sure, and they'll save you money. 303-996-9000. And then Ideal Home Loans is still doing loans, and they have the interest rate guarantee. So in this tumultuous time, it's a good time because they'll refinance you free of charge. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303 oh, forget it. Let me see. Ideal Home Loans. And don't say anything about my age marker. I swear to God, I'm going to come there. Okay, 303-867-7000, IdealHomeLoans.com.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Folks can expect some major slowdowns through the Commerce City area this morning. I-270 westbound between Vasquez and York. Crews walking the left lane for road damage repairs with stop and go back from I-70. We're looking at about an hour of delayed driving through I-270 westbound. South of there, I-70 westbound at I-225, a crash. Stop and go traffic back from Chambers. And north of the Denver Metro, I-25 northbound at Fort Lupton, a crash in the right lane. Fox 31 pinpointing up weather. Another warm one today with a high of 81 degrees. Chance of scattered thunderstorms continue today and throughout the rest of the week. The current temperature is 70 degrees with your Impact Traffic and weather. Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. And right now, save 50% off any order during our Memorial Day sale. Blindster.com.
Okay, Fuller Law. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney for car accidents mainly, and he has become our expert here, myaccidentlawyer.co. And I'll tell you why we like him, because if you're in an accident, he doesn't just, have you call a call center or an assistant and then you never hear from him. He takes each and every case. First, he reviews each and every case. Then he handles each and every case. Certainly he has assistants, but you communicate with John. You get his cell phone number, and he keeps you abreast of your case. Don't doubt it. It's for real. John Fuller, Fuller Law. He has pledged to be in his firm only as large as it can get with him handling all the cases. He's decided not to get hundreds and hundreds of attorneys and call centers and all of that, okay? That's his thing. John Fuller. Call for always free consultations, and then He does a percentage fee basis. It's called contingency. John Fuller, 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. myaccidentlawyer.co. Okay, if you need a mortgage, this time a reverse mortgage, there is still time and still things you can do even with these rates. For example, almost everyone has enough to borrow just to pay off their home to get out of a house payment. Also, you can get an emergency line of credit if your house is paid for or if you have extra equity, and you don't pay on that. It just sits there and helps you in an emergency. Empower Reverse Mortgage would love to talk to you about all of these. They'll answer all of your questions on their special helpline for anything to do with reverse loans, 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719, empowerreverse.com. If you're looking for extra cash, whatever you do, don't go to social media and meet someone in a parking lot to sell your jewelry. We've had reports of people being mugged and robbed when that happens, or just not given a fair price or lied to. Go to David Ellis Jewelry. We know him. We've known him for 40 years. He's at 3rd and Clayton and Cherry Creek. Look for the black awning. He'll buy your junk jewelry, tangled messes, mismatched earrings, broken watches, or vintage used jewelry. Whatever it is, he'll give you a fair price. DavidEllisJewelry.com. And for that, you can call him 303-322-8779.
Fabulous.
Thanks. All right. Do I need to put anything in my lawsuit? Did Mark say anything about me forgetting a phone number?
No.
All right.
Not at all.
Thank you.
Now, we're running the Navage nasal cleaner deal, but there's a new one running, a new jelly spot running for a personal area shaver.
A personal area shaver. What is
Hello.
it? Oh.
Some sort of Gillette down there shaver.
Hey, listen. I know why they have that.
Huh.
Because the other one's hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where'd Thomas go?
I'm here. I was just hanging out, taking my memory medicine.
Do you think those stem cells are going to help your brain?
I don't know. I'm going to go and have them injected.
Systemic.
Hey, do people ever do that? Systemic, so like the whole thing, just in their body.
As an infusion.
Where do you put them right in the bloodstream?
Infuse them right into the blood. You do it at a slow rate. It takes about an hour. But we do that for people. Sometimes people call us up and they want to know what they can do just to get healthier.
Do people notice anything with that?
Yeah, I think so. But particularly, we do it for people that have like Parkinson's or MS. Things like that. They notice a big difference. But people that do it for general health, we don't have that many of them, but we do it.
Man, if you really think of what that guy want, a 4-foot deep, 3-foot
That's
long
a lot, brother,
hole.
man.
It's a grave.
Maybe Casey Anthony can help you dig.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Stop.
What?
I love product forums. I love them. You can find out anything you want.
How many people are still alive because some murderer thought digging the grave would be too much work?
Yeah.
Being lazy.
How about the end of Casino?
Ugh.
They're out there digging the grave in the middle of the desert, basically. And then they bury him alive, him and his brother.
Don't give it away.
30 K-How.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, let's Go back to the phones. Somebody's been waiting. He has a comment on digging. Bob, go ahead. What's happening?
Hey, buddy. So I talked to that gentleman. I told him to call the same company he called before. So what he did was he called one company, Justin, who's on your referral list. Some other guy underbid it. Now he's got to get the same guy. So call the same guy you called. It's going to be about the same price, which normal price for that's about $2,500.
Wow, to dig a 3x4 hole, 4 feet deep, 3 feet square?
Well, here's what you got to understand. He has to get his stop and waste replaced, which is about, it can be 6 feet deep. And the other thing he has to do is now he has to get the thing dug out where the city can shut the water off so he can fix the stop and waste. So he's got 2 holes. It's not a 3x4. It's going to be deeper than that. So I'm trying to call the same guy that's doing his and have him give him a price to dig the other one up.
Now, wait a minute. So he already has someone doing it?
He has somebody fixing the one part, which is the stop and waste, and then he has to fix the other one because the Denver water can't shut his water off because the valve down there is turned, so they can't shut it off, so he has to dig that one up.
Now, you don't do that kind of work?
Well, we do it, but we're so busy. I refer them to Justin with Colorado Springs, who's on your referral list. We just don't have time right now.
All right, Justin at Colorado Springs. Thank you, Bob.
It would be the same price.
Thank you, Bob.
It would be the same.
I appreciate it. Really. Bob is with LEM Landscaping. He gave him some advice on that. Okay, let's go to Steve. Steve, sorry for the wait. What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, hello.
What's happening, man? What's going on? You said this is a follow-up. You called before?
Well, I called on Friday, and they were going to put me on air, but I never did.
Okay, go ahead. What's going on with your dumpster?
Okay, so basically, it's a regular trash service. We live out of town, a mile out of town, so we have to hire somebody to come pick our trash up.
Okay.
And we signed an agreement in 2012 for that, and we've paid all our bills and continue to do that, but now we've decided to cancel the service.
Okay.
So, in essence, they're saying that we owe them $984.
Why?
Because we can't cancel till the end of our contract without liquidated damages.
Hold on. You signed in 2012. Did you ever sign again?
No.
Does it automatically renew for a year at a certain anniversary date?
Well, it's trickier than that. It renews. It says that it was a 36-month contract, and it says it can renew, without any additional action.
Okay, wait. No, I'm not talking about that. It can renew. What I want to know, does it automatically renew for another 36 months at the end of a contract period?
Well,
that's a yes or no, Steve. Hold on, man. It really means that if you agreed to it, you did. If you didn't, you didn't. Hold on, and we'll examine this, but get the contract out. It's very clear. It's either auto-renewed or not, and if it's auto-renewed, it could have a non-cancellation provision, but sometimes you can get out of those. That's why we need to know. 303-713-8255.
Alfred Williams said that once. He wished that marriage was a renewable or non-renewable extending contract.
You know what? That wouldn't be a bad... And I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. That's not a bad idea.
Re-up after 5 years, no... no burden to either party.
That dude can rent in Home Depot a mini excavator for $300 a day, $320.
Now, does that come with a guy standing out front?
This thing looks so easy to operate. It looks kind of cool, man.
Is that a red flag with some homicide investigators?
Yeah.
That's a new idea for a fun prank. Search all...
Dig a hole and put someone in it?
No, but next time I'm over at a buddy's house, do all sorts of wildly inappropriate searches on his Google. How to dissolve a human body, enter...
$2,500 sounded insane, though, right? To dig that hole?
Yeah, I think we know.
Now, auto-renew contracts are illegal in Colorado.
What?
There are certain auto-renew contracts that are illegal in Colorado. However, it just took effect, which means that I don't know if it goes retroactive. I have to find out. The auto-renewal feature, you have to give people a way to opt out.
You gotta give people a way to opt out.
And it doesn't say anything about retroactive.
And what does that mean in Colorado? What happens if the person you're getting the software from, example, is out of California?
They can't do a contract illegal in Colorado. If they say it's construed by the laws of California, but they're in Colorado, we've been through this before in court. You throw that shit out. But there are certain things like employment that can be construed somewhere and different kinds of contract. But if the product or service is here, it's very difficult for them to say it'll be construed by the laws of so-and-so. But most states have passed laws anyway, they don't like auto renewals at all. Unless you assent to it. You agree to it, consent to it. So, let me see. I don't know, though, if it's retroactive. I can't read anything. I'm reading it, but I can't see any retroactivity.
You can't read.
I can't see where it might be retroactive.
I wish I was recording that part.
I swear to God.
But you know what? We could argue, hold on. We could argue that it is not retroactive because it now, if it's going to auto-renew, becomes a new contract and has to follow the new law. This guy might have something that he can do about it. And it became effective in 2022.
Looking forward to seeing our kid tomorrow.
Your favorite one?
I like both children.
Really? All right.
Or as Suzanne called them, chillins. We love the chillins.
Mark, this recovers all subscriptions and contracts, no matter where they originate, if they're doing business in Colorado, it says.
I just don't even know how you would do that.
I don't either. But I'll bet you. These assholes don't know this. I'll bet you they don't.
There's probably so many loopholes in it, too, though.
It doesn't look like it to me, but it could.
I took my snow thrower off over the weekend and put my lawn mowing deck on, man. That was fun. I thought I saw you buzzing around our neighborhood, but it wasn't you.
Oh, was there a helicopter?
Yeah. You know what flew over last week, man? I thought it was Biden. One of those massive dual prop Canuck things, yeah.
That's Tom's next helicopter.
Yeah.
A 30-seater.
The problem with that is I think you have to have two people to fly them, don't you?
Tom is.
It's like the old fire trucks. There's a guy in the front and a guy steering on the back.
I like rear steer. What?
Oh, you can't listen. And you can't. The new law also says you cannot go beyond 2 years. Any one time period.
For what, though?
It just says here, you can't offer contracts beyond 2 years. I don't know. The new law also calls out services in... Oh, I'm sorry. Those are dating services only. Sorry. You can't go more than 2 years for a dating service.
Talking to Doc?
Well, I don't get it. So people buy like, AT&T will give you a free iPhone if you sign up with them for 3 years.
Yep, okay.
So that's no longer valid?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think that but they have to be very conspicuous on how they do it. And that they count as a payment toward the phone anyway. What they do, the way they give you a free phone is while you have the contract, they make payments. And then when you stop, you owe what's ever left. You're buying the phone, but they give you a credit.
Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Don't forget 888heating.com promises the lowest price on air conditioner if you're looking for a replacement or you want to repair it. They're a good company, 888 Heating. Here's the number, 303-770-2776. For the same product, they will give you the best price. Put them to the test. 888heating.com. Let's go to the phones. Listen, I found out something interesting about these auto renews. And, Steve, there is a law that went into effect January 1st, 2022 that says that any contracts renewing after that or any contracts originating after that have to have certain conspicuous language and also have to give you a right to cancel. So I don't want to interpret this law because it's complicated, but I'm going to give you the number. And what I would do, this is how I would handle it. I would say pursuant to, that's what I would say, CRS, that stands for Colorado Revised Statute, CRS 6-1-732. I do not owe you for the entire 3-year period. If it's a 3-year renewable, that would be unreasonable in my opinion, but that's not a legal opinion. Now, I would use that, or I would, if they try to collect, use that as your defense, but I want to know something. Did they say it's an automatic 3-year renewable?
Yes, it does say that it renewed for successive 36-month term without further action by the parties.
Okay, I think they're going to have a tough time with that one. Are they located in state, the headquarters?
They are. So this company is located in, it's Republic Services.
Yeah.
And they are located in Commerce City.
Okay. Well, you might want to use that. Listen, that's all I can tell you. I mean, they haven't come after you for...
There's a couple other little things that you will know if they have any standing at all. So our original agreement was with Wyoming Disposal Systems. And, at some point they changed to this, and they were out of Fort Collins, Colorado.
Yeah, so what happened was Republic probably bought them, but here's what you have to do. You look for assignability in the contract. Okay?
And what's that?
Well, see, man, that's the problem. You got to talk to someone about this or look it up. Assignability means they put in the contract that you have a contract with XYZ and or their assigns, or that they have a transfer or assignable option, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, you didn't make the contract with the new entity. So you got to look for that. And again, man, if you don't have a legal background, you may not interpret it correctly. All I'm telling you is there is a law, look it up, 6-1-732. Just bluff them if you want, do whatever, or call an attorney. But if it was me, I'd never pay him the money. I'd make him come after me, or I'd call him and try to negotiate. But that's what I'm going to tell you. You got to get some legal help or call someone at least for that. 303-713-8255. I would, and if they took the money somehow out of a credit card, I assume a small claims court. Ted, what about your fire? What's going on, man? You had a fire in your condo? Did you call previously, Ted? Oh, yes. Oh, my God, the $300,000 condo. There was a fire in a neighboring unit which spread to you guys. Your temporary housing, the HOA is dragging their feet and completing the inside of the condo, but we got an expert opinion who says that you're probably, in most homeowners' policies for condos, you're probably responsible for the rest of those repairs. Very seldom does the HOA repair from the drywall in, meaning your carpets, your walls, your cabinets, your appliances. So what did you find out?
Okay, here's the situation. I did call State Farm Insurance immediately after speaking to you, and they said that's nonsense. We do not cover what is their responsibility. The HOA tore out my ceiling. They tore down drywall.
Ted,
they took out my carpeting. That was the HOA.
Ted, I don't care.
Yes.
I do not care what State Farm says. I don't care. First of all, State Farm's a terrible company. What I do care about is what your contract says and what the HOA bylaws say. Very seldom, very, 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 very rarely does the HOA replace from the drywall in. So tell me this, Ted. Why do you believe State Farm? Now, it could be true, but it would be a very rare situation where the HOA is going to rebuild your entire condo. It's not their responsibility 99% of the time. So why do you believe the HOA's responsibility is your insurance company? Why?
Oh, okay. I could send you the emails. I get emails at least once a week giving the updates, and it is the HOA saying, well, we're still waiting to get bids. Okay? That's the HOA.
Okay, now,
they said that.
Ted, I'm going to tell you this again because we told you this last week, okay, on the 26th. And here's what we're going to tell you, straight up. You need to get your bylaws, and you need to read them, and you need to figure out if it's their responsibility or not. And then you need to get your insurance policy and do the same thing. That's all you can do, Ted. I swear to God, I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what any email says. I don't care. What matters is what's in the contract, because I have never heard of an HOA replacing cabinets, counters, and appliances and carpeting ever, ever, ever. Now, it could be that in your condo, that's the way it is, but I'm not going to be convinced unless you read your bylaws. That is exactly what you need to do. Please get your bylaws. Even get your policy, and then we'll have Compass help us. But please get those documents to us. Okay? That's not unreasonable to ask. We're not going to shoot in the dark here. 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Elizabeth, what's going on with you and your 2016 Ford, as they say in Finding Nemo, your Ford Escape? What's going on?
Well, I drove the car for approximately 2 weeks in January, freezing cold, no heat.
Now, hold on. This is a 2016. Did you buy it new?
No, I bought it in January of this year. January.
Okay, you bought a used Ford, okay.
Yes.
And you bought it, and right after you bought it, the heat didn't work, right?
Correct.
Now, let me ask you something. Did you buy it as is or with a warranty?
With a warranty.
What kind of warranty?
Warranty forever. and it covered.
What do you mean a
engine.
warranty forever? I never heard ever of a warranty forever, so tell me about it.
Well, it's a service contract, warranty forever, on my car.
Wait a minute. So if you have that car for 50 years, it'll cover you, right?
As long as I have it, yes.
Okay. And I don't believe it, but keep going, because I believe you're not reading something which says when the cumulative total of repairs equals the market value of the car, the coverage is terminated. But I'm not going to get into it with you because I know I'm right. So you didn't buy it forever, but let's say you did. Okay? What does it cover?
It covers the engine, the transmission, and drive axle.
I'm going to tell you what it covers again. Internally lubricated system. Okay? So, that doesn't include the heating system.
Well, the reason the heating system did not work is because the coolant was leaking into the number 2 cylinder. It was a...
Okay, but still, listen to this. Listen to this. It's a leak from the cooling system, which is uncovered, into a system that is covered. Okay?
Cool.
I'm going to tell you, if the problem originates with an uncovered part, it doesn't cover you. Now, I might be wrong again, like I said with the bylaws, but 99% of the time, internally lubricated parts warranties do not cover you when the cause of the failure is an external, non-covered event. The cooling system would be. The cooling system would be.
The cause of the problem is the engine.
Okay.
Because the engine, between the cylinders, wore down and allowed the coolant to seep in.
Okay. So you're saying that the reason you're having a heating failure is because the engine failed because the head's warped.
No. The distance between cylinders was so thin, manufactured thin, that it allowed the coolant to wear through and seep into the cylinder.
It literally went through the cylinder like a sponge.
Over the top, yes. You could. I saw photographs. You can see it dripping down the cylinder wall.
Okay, we need to get one of our car experts on because you're going beyond me now. But
that sounded more like a head gasket.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. So, Elizabeth, the head gasket failed. It would not be covered, but we're going to find that out. Elizabeth, what's the name of your warranty?
Oh, my God, now you got me rattled.
No, it's okay. How many miles on it?
It had 81,000, I believe.
Can I say something? I don't relish telling you it's not covered. I'd love to help you get it covered. But I think they've lied to you already by telling you it's a forever warranty. And you bought it without getting your car checked out because you thought it was under warranty. And now you have a heating system. And I'm positive they're going to tell you an uncovered event caused an internal failure, which they're not going to cover. But give us a copy of your warranty. Let's look at it. And then I want to get one of my car experts on. Hold on. 303-713-TALK. We need to get one of our car experts. So hang on, please, Elizabeth. Waterpros.net. Don't forget the best drinking water in the world at your kitchen sink under $1,000. You won't find a better company. PaulTheWaterman.com, 303-862-5554.
So,
did Kachini hear me about either Kevin or whatever?
You want to pick one?
Huh?
Pick one.
Well, she can pick one. Kevin.
Okay, well.
Or Jeff Vick.
Hey, quick to these spots now. 6:30 K-House.
Zero Res is coming to my house this week. I can't wait. I love the way they clean my carpets. I pick an area, $33. Do over there, $33. And you know what else they do? Less water, better water, soft water, extremely clean water. I don't know how it works. It's patented, actually, the process. And here's what they do with their extraction. They use less water, and then you don't have any dirt-attracting residue because they never use soaps or emulsifiers. Yes, they're coming to my house this week. It's the only company I trust to do my carpets. 303-471-5150. In fact, they clean anything. They clean tile and grout, upholstery, curtains. They can clean your ductwork even. Make an appointment, ZeroResDenver.com, $33 a room, 303-471-5150. That's 303-471-5150. Now, Excel Roofing is not coming to my home, thank goodness. I did not lose my roof, but I will tell you this, a lot of people have. Do not sign a contract at the door from a door knocker saying, oh, we got to check your roof, or we're here from the insurance, or we're here to see what your insurance covers, or we're here to do this, or here to do that. Whatever they say, do not sign it, because you don't have to sign for someone to examine your roof. Also, when they do present you a contract, make sure it is full and complete with every detail of materials they're going to use and how much it's going to cost. Not what the insurance will cover, but what you need. Excel Roofing is one of the only companies I trust to do this right. They don't force you into a contract. They don't have penalty clauses, and you don't pay a cent. No, you don't give him your first insurance check at the door. You don't sign it. You don't do anything until you're completely comfortable, and then you only pay when the job is done. ExcelRoofing.com. I've known them for years. The first roofer on my referral list at referrallist.com, 303-761-6400. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, another company I use. Listen, I do not bull crap about this, okay? I've used Excel Roofing. I'm using Zero Res. I've used them before. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, they're sponsors, but I am a client, a true, honest-to-God client. They're helping me take my retirement elements and turn it into a plan, because a 401k or a pension or an IRA, they're not a plan. They're just money. You have to direct it in the right places to do the right things. Plus, you want to create income, insurance, all of that. And Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies can help you like they're helping me. I want you to get a free evaluation from them. That's rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Sorry, that was a lot of spots, man.
The Escape. I have some interesting questions. Ah, ha, ha.
Okie dokie.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. A quick question for Denver Regenerative Medicine about knees. And I know the answer. They don't recommend for torn meniscus anymore. They don't recommend surgery anymore, right?
No.
And I think the preferred treatment, even though insurance doesn't cover it, and it sucks, but the preferred treatment, I know stem cell works. I know several people that have had that for torn meniscus.
Yeah, and more we're getting referrals from orthopedic surgeons and spinal surgeons that understand what stem cell can do, understand what the limitations.
When is insurance going to start covering it, Joel? That's what somebody wants to know.
Well,
is anyone going through the testing? I mean, is anyone, or is it just, it's terrible that you have to pay out of your pocket.
Here's the problem. The problem is that there isn't a pharmaceutical company attached to it because we don't use any drugs.
Right, so there's no one to sell you something, so therefore there's no one to get the approval.
Well, there's no one to spend millions and millions of dollars.
Right, because there's nothing to sell, because they get the cells from you.
That's exactly true.
That sucks. Then 833-STEM-GEN, yeah.
I would say the bright side of that is that the cost for our procedures is oftentimes less than what you would pay in copays and deductibles for a surgery of a comparable type of surgery.
Okay, that's true. That's true. Yeah, you're
without
right.
the recovery.
Yeah. Now, anyway, Elizabeth, we're trying to get our car expert. I'm not going to bring you up till we have him. Okay, hold on. I'm going to bring him up. Let's talk to Steve. He has a question on real estate. Steve, what's going on, Steve? Steve, welcome. What's going on, bro?
Hey, look, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Okay, I have a house in Lakewood that I'm selling, and we're going to net about $200,000 off of the sale. And I have a fixer-upper I want to buy and invest the money in restoring that house.
Yeah.
Can I avoid paying taxes on the?
Well, let me ask you something first. Let me ask you something, Steve. You're selling your house and netting $200,000 on top of paying off your mortgage and all that. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct.
What was your basis in that house?
My what?
What was your basis? What did you buy the house for?
Oh, I've lived in it for 20 years.
What did you buy it at?
I bought it at $200,000.
And you're selling it for $400,000?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So you're not really going to net 200, but you got commissions and stuff. But let's just say you have a profit of 200, okay?
Right.
There's no tax on it at all. You don't have to reinvest it. You can if you want.
Really?
Listen, let me explain something. If you're an individual taxpayer, there's a $250,000 exclusion before you pay tax if you've lived there for more than 2 years. If you're a joint, if you file jointly with your wife or partner or someone, if you have joint tax returns, then it's a $500,000 exclusion. Are you married, Steve?
Yes, I am.
You get a $500,000 exclusion, which means you can take that $200,000 and it's tax-free.
Make sure he knows about the basis too. He's probably done some updates.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. He 200 does.
Yeah, you're right. If he's still under, yeah.
Yeah, his basis, Mark, he said was about 200 plus whatever you put into it. But no matter what, he's not going to reach 250 for sure, not 500. So even if you were single, it would be 250. Married, it's 500.
All right. You solved my problem.
Hey, man, now you're rich. You can get 200 grand. You know, you don't have to dump it into another house.
Rich. I just didn't want to have to pay 25% of it or something to the government.
The old law was if you invested in something more expensive, you didn't have to worry about it. Steve, don't even worry about it. Thank you. Bennett's got a question on roof damage. Go ahead, Bennett.
Hey, Tom, I got a check the other day from Acuity for $32,000. Now, should I let Excel start the roofing until Matt comes out and checks the damage?
Now, I don't understand the question. You already got an adjuster out there?
Yes, I had an adjuster, and I had also Excel Energy come out. I mean, Excel Roofing. And they looked at the damage, and they wrote me a check for $32,000.
Yeah.
Now, I called Matt from Paragon.
Oh, I see, Matt. So you want to know, should you get Matt out there? Okay, did Excel Roofing say you have more than roof damage?
No, they did not.
Do you think you have more than roof damage?
Tom, to be honest with you, I really, truly don't know.
You want to know something?
No.
Then you can call Matt because he'll tell you. He'll tell you what to look for. Or
I bet he finds more damage.
And if he does, it's free. It's contingent, so you're not paying anything. So there wouldn't be anything wrong with calling him, and you don't have to wait. Excel Roofing is not going to get in his way. They work together all the time.
So I should let Excel go ahead and start the work?
Well, sure. It's not going
Matt?
to affect anything else. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for your help, Tom.
Bennett, thank you for calling, as always, 303-713-8255. We love helping people, and one of those things, oh, my God, when you hear Frank Duran, the real estate man, and his special coming up on the Access Day, iHeartRadio AccessDay.com will be active on June 1st, and Frank Duran has one of the most screaming deals. And by the way, screaming deal or not, you get a free valuation of your home if you want. 303-920-1622.
Very nice.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
Some major slowdowns throughout the Denver Metro and beyond for the 11 o'clock hour. North of the Denver Metro, I-25 northbound at Colorado 52 for Fort Lupton. We've got a crash in the right lane with stop-and-go traffic from Erie. About 10 minutes of delayed driving for folks leaving Denver on the north end. South end of town proper, I-270 westbound between Vasquez and York. Road damage repairs with the left lane block. Stop-and-go from I-70. We're seeing about 50 minutes of delayed driving through Commerce City. Just east of there, Chambers Road southbound is closed due to an accident between 33rd and 32nd. Airport Boulevard can be used as an alternate. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, high 81 degrees today. The current temperature is 74. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
We'll have the story of one man's journey from the streets and bloodshed of Uganda to America and how faith got him through it all. Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Anxiety, depression often accompany alcoholism or substance abuse. We don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg here, but here's the bottom line. If you're experiencing any mental trauma, anxiety, depression, alcoholism, substance abuse, you need to call the Raleigh House. They'll be the first ones you call, and then they'll tell you if they can treat what you have. Most of the time they handle mental health and addiction issues. And then they will be honest with you. They will help you. Now, maybe you're calling about a member of the family. They can help you approach them. They can give you all kinds of information. They have the ranch, which is a rural setting with equine therapy, and they have medical services as well. They have all kinds of outpatient facilities. So here's what I want you to do. Call them. 720-891-4657, theraleighouse.com. Window coverings make or break a place, in my opinion. Goodness gracious, if you go to Made in the Shade, you will absolutely love the way they do business. They come and measure and estimate all free with a designer if you want to order. That designer helps you pick the right stuff, and that's free. And then, of course, when they come in, they deliver them, and that's free. Then you pay for the installation from their professional in-house crew, and you get all the guarantees from the manufacturers and from Made in the Shade. Look for Made in the Shade. Google them or look for them at referralist.com. And I'll give you that number, 720-458-6566. Any window covering, 720-458-6566.
Thank you.
All right.
Good morning, Troubleshooter Show. Did you want to talk to Tom and the gang?
Tom, hey, it's Kelly over at the
Sure.
Tom Martino Show. How are you? I'm good. Hey, I have got a caller online with a 2016 Ford Escape, and it's got an issue, a
what the hell do they call that, public adjuster? Yeah. Hey. Gotcha. Let's see. Hey, Mark, can you hear me?
Yes.
Would Paragon go to Fort Morgan?
Depending on how big the damage is.
All right.
If it's a full big hail claim, probably.
Okay. I'll certainly hook them up with the number. You know what I'm going to do? Kelly has that at her fingertips. Do you mind giving them a call and just see them? It's down to 60-something. A guy named... who's the Paragon? Mark? Is that his name? Right?
It's fucking amazing. It's pretty cool. And
what's line did she pick up? Son of a... the fellow's at Paragon, the public...
all the time with the air, but here's what I do.
Or was it Excel? Were you hoping to get some fellers to put some tile down, or to take a look at it and see what it's worth?
We don't ever have air. When we get home,
okay.
It's terrible. No matter what time of the day, it's terribly hot, and it will be, because we don't maintain the temperature. We turn on that fan, and within a half hour, the house is immediately cooler. So it's not extreme.
Right, exactly.
Really
And that's
day,
Paragon.
Really hot.
I'm going to hand you over to Kelly, and she's going to look up the number for you.
Still,
right quick. Hang on, brother. Looking for
the
Paragon on two. Yeah.
So it saves money in two ways. Not only do you use it instead of air sometimes, but the other way it saves money is by not using air all day to maintain the temperature. I don't know. In the summer when it's hot, don't you keep air on something so it doesn't get too hot? Now the thing is, they're worth $2,000. They cost about $2,000, but I'll tell you what, I've saved that over and over and over.
I trust their recommendations for that area too.
1,500 square foot condos. My energy bill's like not more than $50 ever anyway. Or was it just cool air from the basement? And like on the
Look at Kelly milking the phone.
I mean, it destratifies the air, so it really helps by, not having hot, cooler. No matter what, it's going to even out the temperature.
Couldn't get Kevin or Jeff just yet.
Yeah. In the middle of the day, what it does is...
I think they can hear us.
So it's tolerable.
Here, listen.
I would never do it
You're all
instead of air. I would do it with air. Yeah. You just need to use less air. Way less. Yeah. I probably use my air half the time, probably. That one summer, I may have used it 10%. I swear to God. I mean, now, if you can tolerate up to 74 degrees in your house, I've never gotten hotter without air. But if you want to...
khout.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. ProBid Energy is a solar company you can trust, finally. And I say finally because we've been trying to find great solar people that will repair even stuff they didn't do, but they'll do great installations. ProBidEnergy.com, 303-623-1531. Let's talk. All right. I want to go to people who've been waiting the longest. Elizabeth has... wait. Do we have Tom? Yes, okay, good. Tom, Hands-On Auto Tech. We haven't talked to you in a while, Tom. Thanks for being on, bro. And
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
He's our expert here for now. Elizabeth said she bought a 2016 Ford Escape, has 81,000 miles. She bought a forever warranty or whatever it is, an extended warranty. And she said she bought it, by the way, I believe in January, but the heat didn't work, and she found out that coolant was leaking into the cylinders. She then says the engine failed, causing that to happen, so the internally lubricated warranty should cover it because it covers the engine and the drivetrain, etc. I'm thinking that most of those warranties say if something uncovered, not covered by the warranty, causes a failure of a covered part, they don't do it. I want to know your take. Do you think the engine caused it to leak into the cylinders, or do you think something else caused it to leak into the cylinders? She's trying to get it covered on her internally lubricated parts warranty, and I don't blame her.
Head gasket failure, right? That's what we're all thinking.
I don't know, and she didn't say that. Elizabeth is convinced.
Into the cylinder.
Elizabeth is convinced it came in through the cylinder walls. Go ahead, Elizabeth. Tell him.
It's okay. Let me get to the end of this. It's at Ford because that was the warranty requirement. It has to go back to Chevrolet. Chevrolet took it to Ford, and that's exactly what it is: a block failure.
Okay. Elizabeth, I've never heard of that before. Maybe Tom has. That's why I wanted my expert on.
What's the name of the company? I'm curious. Who's the warranty company? It's not Car Shield, is it?
No, it's Warranty Solutions.
Yeah, but
anyway,
one of those dealers.
Hold on, Elizabeth. Have they turned the warranty down yet?
The problem is Ford does not make that particular engine anymore because of so many recalls, and the warranty won't cover anything else except that particular engine.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. I get it now. But you can find certainly a used engine, can't you?
Yes, but the warranty won't cover it.
Why?
Because it's not the original. It's not new.
It won't. Okay, it will only cover repair, not replacement.
What engine is in this car?
It's a titanium. I put all the paperwork over here.
Let me ask you something. First of all, have you ever heard, Tom, just in general, have you ever heard of a block failure that causes cylinders to take in coolant?
Yes.
Okay, good. At least we're not talking fairy tales. Now, is it rare?
Yes. It was popular on a Windstar back in the day where there was a casting mistake, where a portion of the casting near the cylinder wall and the coolant port was porous, right? Like Swiss cheese or like a cheesecloth. And the coolant could weep through that porous material.
That's what she's saying. That's exactly what she described.
Yeah, if you can get me her VIN number, I can get you a copy of, because if there's a recall, I'll have access to that.
Yeah, but she has 81,000 miles. She's probably beyond a recall, but here's the deal. Her warranty, Elizabeth, I don't know what your warranty says. Tom, have you heard of warranties that won't, have you ever run across a warranty where the engine is failed, but you can't get another one?
Well, if she's correct, and if there is a recall or TSB on this, then there's a good chance that they're out of the blocks, absolutely. And then the other problem with that is it's not like the used ones aren't going to have the same exact problem.
You're right.
So I think having the engine size would be interesting material because sometimes these are fascinating reads, these TSBs or these recalls.
So can a block be repaired? Not if it's of porous material, right?
No, not if it's a bad casting. No, that's trash, yeah.
But Elizabeth, did Ford tell you the block failed?
And there's no limit on used cars, right?
And my mechanic told me because they scoped it.
So hold on.
Number 2 cylinder.
So they, honest to God, told you at Ford that the block failed. Will they offer you anything at Ford, even though there's 81,000 miles? Did they say anything about it?
Yes. I've been waiting like 2.5 months.
What did Ford say they would do for you? Anything?
Well, they got
it have the 1.6 or the
Just
2.0?
wait. One thing at a time. Elizabeth, did Ford offer you anything?
Yes, they inspected it. Somebody from the warranty inspected it. They approved it, but they can't get the block.
Okay, got it. Wow. What happens when you can't get a part? Oh, my goodness. And you have a warranty, Tom. What happens?
I don't know. You know, that's a good question. I'd love to know if it's the 2-liter or the 1.6-liter.
What is it?
On the 2-liter, there's tons of head gasket failures reported.
What is it?
Well, it's not the head gasket, I assure you.
Well,
that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
The head gasket.
Hey, Elizabeth. No. I mean, if Ford told you that, and the what engine is it though? Do you know? Is it 2-liter?
Let me.
I don't know what
it
to
is,
do.
because I just found it. Ford updated engine block, new long block from dealer. So here it is, Ford TSB 20-2100.
Yeah. So this sucks. Hey, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for me. I'm telling you, I'm sorry for you. I don't know what to do when they can't find the block. It's a failed block, and this is what's great. The warranty would cover it in that case, but they can't find a block. Does it talk about what to do when they can't find the part?
Well, I wonder if they can't. Like, who's saying that?
Yeah, like Elizabeth, let's do it here. Here's what we're going to do. Hold on.
You know what it is?
I want you to, Tom, see if you can find the block for the hell of it. Because I really believe maybe there is a block out there. Who knows? But it would have to be a newer block.
Mechanic can get used ones, but then that comes out of my pocket.
And it would have the same problem.
It possibly could.
Okay, hold on. Hey, Kachina, just have her get some numbers to Tom at Hands On just to see what we can do. I don't know, Elizabeth. I don't know what the answer is. Mark, what do you think the answer is when they can't find a damn part? What's the answer?
I have no idea.
I know! What do you do? You're screwed. Christina, what kind of contractor? That's all I need to know. Then we're going to get working on your problem. Christina, what kind of contractor are we complaining about here?
Actually, Tipping Hat.
Okay, but what do they do?
They
Take
do
your home
heating,
services.
electric, and plumbing.
Okay, hold on. We'll come right back to you. I'm Tom Martino.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is...
Sorry about that delay between Tom and the girl and you. Oh, my God.
Metro for the 11 o'clock hour, we're seeing slow down.
Well, just that it would cause somebody to start and then stop, and then you'd all start at once. Hate that.
I'm sorry. I see what you're saying.
Nothing for you to be sorry about. The cell phone delay was just perfect enough to mess you guys up.
Crash in the right lane. Back to town and closer to downtown, I-270 westbound between Vasquez and York. Road repair crews in the left lane with stopped up traffic from I-70. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, high of 81 this afternoon. We're seeing a chance of scattered thunderstorms today throughout the rest of the week. The current temperature in Denver, 74 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
We'll have the story of one man's journey from the streets and bloodshed of Uganda to America and how faith got him through it all. Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts.
Excel Roofing is the company I trust totally when it comes to roofing. They've been around longer than I can. Well, no, here's it. They've been the first roofer on my referral list. Let's put it that way. Jay Bretz is a friend. Listen, that doesn't matter if he's a friend or not. What matters is he does things the right way. And now his son is helping him, and we'll take it over. And here's what I want to tell you. They never take a dime, not a penny. You don't pay a cent until you're content. That's their philosophy. Also, they don't make you sign a contract to look at your roof. Don't go with these door knockers. You don't know where they come from. Excel has roots here going back 30 years, thousands and thousands of customers. So they'll inspect your roof free of charge for repairs or replacement. They even do gutter cleaning for people. So they have a complete repair division, but they'll inspect your roof, give you a full and complete contract, not some hazy contract that says, we'll do whatever your insurance wants. Once you get it, you know you got it done right. Excel Roofing, they won't take a cent until you're content. No penalties either. 303-761-6400. Sheridan Auto Tech. Hey, we're talking about auto repair and maintenance. Sheridan on Colfax, west of Wadsworth, worth the drive. They have everything you want in auto repair. They have, first of all, honesty, integrity, longevity, value, knowledge, experience. My goodness, what else can you ask for? And they do electrical repairs as well as other repairs and maintenance. 303-455-7242, 455-7242, SheridanAutotech.com.
Yep.
Thanks, man. How much time do I have?
Oh, hang on. I didn't fix that. 4 minutes.
Thanks, bro.
Mark, did you hear that? Mark, are you back?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
On a regular basis? No, just I feel like I did fairly recently. Probably within the last 6 months, but not very often.
I'm going today.
Yeah.
I love the guy.
What's his name?
Steve Page.
Page.
He is awesome.
Where's his office?
He's a bodybuilder. He's got a 5'4" truck.
He can just crank.
God almighty. He's such strength and stretch you. Mobility and oh God, he has such really good.
Where's he?
Southeast Road. He's Smoky Hill Road here, right across from high school. I mean, I love him.
I need a chiropractor that can adjust well.
Oh my God, he is phenomenal.
As soon as the link for number.
With all of Denver's talk station on Twitter.
Just give me your Twitter and I'll follow you.
Find us right now at 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. So Christina has an issue with a contractor. Christina, tipping hats, what did they do for you?
So they did a little bit of everything. They did some sewer work, electrical, and replaced the furnace and air conditioner.
Oh, my goodness. You had a lot done. Sewer, electrical, furnace, and air. And what happened?
So we kind of grouped them into 3 different projects, and I've paid the tipping hat a total of $50,000 for all of this.
Okay, the total was $50,000 so far, or $50,000 total?
$50,000 total to tipping hat. And what they had filed with the city of Lakewood for permitting was incorrect on what they listed they were going to work on. So when the inspector came out, they didn't even inspect all of the work. And so I had reached out to the general manager. The difference in price when I was charged like $21,000 for the furnace and AC, but they reported to the city that the job in total cost $10,000.
Yeah, but that, you know why they did that? Hold on, Christina. How much did you pay? How much did you pay for the furnace and air?
$21,000.
That's a little hefty. Do you know why you paid that much?
No, I've gotten quotes from other companies, and they've given me quotes for less than that.
Well, Christina, you have several issues here. First and foremost, let me explain something to you. When a company does a furnace for you and charges you $20,000, and then they go and get a permit for 10, that's so they can save money on their permit. Okay, it's not. It doesn't mean. Let me put it another way. Whatever you hired them to do and agreed to, you owe them. Whether it doesn't matter what they put in the permit, that doesn't have anything to do with you. It doesn't matter except that they're cheating the city out of some money. They're not cheating you. Now, they might be cheating you, meaning not cheating you, but their costs might be exaggerated or too much, but that's business. I mean, I know people who charge $10,000. I know people who charge $25,000. I mean, it doesn't matter it does matter, but it doesn't. I mean, if you agreed to it, you could have shopped around. So I'm not going to dispute. Right. I think personally, $21,000 is a little high for furnace and air, but I don't know. Did you get the best? Yeah. Did they do duct work and all of that? What did they do for that?
They didn't do any duct work. So I guess there's the multiple issues here are more so that since then, it's only been a few months, and I've had to have another company come out and do services to the brand new furnace.
Now, okay, in other words, what are you having trouble with? First, let's go with the sewer. Did they put in a new sewer line?
The sewer line is good. That is
okay,
the one
second,
thing
what electrical? Let's take it one at a time. What electrical work did they do?
Okay. To do repairs on the electrical panel.
Is that working? Grounding. Is that okay?
No.
What's wrong with the electrical panel?
They failed the electrical permit inspection.
Did they come back and fix it?
No. So they've been out multiple times, and now that they've officially failed the permit, I've told them that I would not let them continue to come out because they keep causing like safety hazards at my house. Like,
okay, what is the problem with the electrical panel that they can't get it approved?
So they didn't list all of the things that they did as far as work on the house on the permit. So a portion of their work isn't even being inspected. So that was one of the issues that the building inspector had. The other portion was that multiple outlets in the house don't work. The labeling in the main electrical
Well, wait a minute. Did they do anything with your outlets?
Yeah, they did I don't know what they called it, like a re-device on all the outlets throughout the house.
Why? Did you have aluminum? Hold on. Did you have aluminum wiring?
I know that downstairs I had like ground, but on the main level I didn't have any ground wires.
All right, listen. This is very, very extensive. So they failed. Are they refusing to fix the electrical? She booted them.
Yeah, I told them because they've left a lot of debris and like wire.
Yeah, but so you already paid them. That's why you should make them fix it. Hold on, we'll come back to you on this. Then I got to figure out what's wrong with the HVAC. Hang on. I'm Tom Martino. Wow.
That's a lot. That's full body off restoration she had done.
She had a lot done.
That's not crazy for a furnace and AC nowadays, though.
No. I'm not talking about the price so much as why can't they get the damn thing inspected? You know?
I'm sorry about that guy. He like got cut off or something.
Ah.
I don't know. A lot of weird stuff happening today.
So you don't have a good chiropractor that you use?
Top of the hour. All right, I'm just gonna go see if this thing is now working just
Thomas Martino.
Yo.
We're getting ready to split.
Where you going?
We are making a couple runs, and then remember, we're gone till Monday, brother.
Hey! God damn it. Okay, who do I have to call for guests?
What do you mean?
Hold on. Well,
I think Suzanne's got all that handled.
I got it. I'll look. I'm just asking out of bullshit, but I can find out here. Hold on. So,
hey, guess what I finally got in the mail?
Who? What?
My free box of Granberries.
Oh, you did? Grainberry it is.
Grainberry.
So, hold on.
It's a coupon. I'm going to go get it, and I'll bring it in
I don't
next
have any
week.
guests. Oh, wait. I have Brad O'Brien on Thursday. Tomorrow I don't have anyone. So I don't have anyone on Friday. Come on. I have to have people on Friday.
I'd be shocked if there's no one.
She's got to tell me. I can't go into the studio on Friday because I have an appointment here at the house. So I have to have my car guys here.
Hold on. Are you sure you're looking at the right calendar?
Yeah.
Let me ask her.
It's June 2nd, bro. I can't go in Thursday or Friday.
Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm here.
Tom.
Yeah, what?
So Friday, Kevin is a yes, so you got to just text Kevin to come to the house. And then Jeff, he may or may not. He does not know yet. And then tomorrow, Suzanne is still waiting for a text back from either Joan Sullivan or, what is it, Mary Jane, to see if either of those can come in tomorrow.
Tomorrow I could come in, but I can't. I have.
Well, no, they can go to your house. They don't care.
Yeah, so
I think she's been there before, Mary Jane.
Yeah,
or
is she
whatever
going to
her
let
name
me
is.
know?
Yeah, as soon as she hears back. She hasn't heard back yet.
Yeah, have her give me the contact too. I'll text her. Never mind.
But do you have Kevin's contact?
Actually, I tried to text him yesterday. I don't believe I do have his. Hold on. I don't think I have his.
I'll make sure she sends it to you.
Yeah, I don't have his cell.
Yeah, we'll send it for sure, and then he can head over that way Friday. All right, man. Have fun.
See ya.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show anywhere in the universe where we solve problems, the only media, the only thing like it. Let's face it. Let's go to the phones, all right? What do you say? 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by RenewHomeInnovations.com. What is Renew Home Innovations? They're a great company that does a beautiful shower. Now, they'll do the bathroom. But when they do that rectangle shower and they take out that old, I call them shubs. Shower tubs, they're ugly. You step over them, they're noisy. They take that all out and put in a beautiful walk-in, no curb, no gutter. You walk right in. Perimeter drains, shelving, soap dishes, grab bars, whatever you want, custom. And listen to this. You have 72 months to pay no interest, half off labor. You're not going to get a better deal. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000. Welcome to the show, folks. Let's go to the phones right now. And keep your calls coming at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're helping a lot of people. Christina has a problem, and she hired Tipping Hats. Now, Tipping Hats does home services. So she had sewer done, electrical, furnace, and air. She's having problems with the furnace part and the electrical part. The electrical part, she said, just a lot of... They pigtailed her house or did something to help the devices. And here's the problem. Some of them aren't working, and the panel has a problem. Christina, if you already paid them and they're licensed contractors, why don't you have them repair it?
Because every time that they've come out to the house, it seems that they've done a poor job. I've been kind of reporting issues with them since the very first project.
I get it. So you've basically lost trust. Let's move on to the furnace and air. What's wrong with the furnace and air?
I had to have another company come out and update it, and what they said was kind of like the filter that they had also put into the furnace. It had like a faulty switch, and then the lady that came out to repair it said that the filter size that they put into the furnace wasn't the correct size.
Okay, so how much did they charge? How much did you pay to fix it?
To fix it, probably about $380 for that service fee.
What I need to know is this.
then-
Just make this simple, please. Does your HVAC require any more work they should have done? Not that you want done, but what they should have done.
Yes, but I did pay for that $380, most of that to be done. And now to get the electrical fixed, it's going to cost me about $20,000.
No. Hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
You had to pay another $380 to a second company to fix it, and now you're saying you have to pay. I don't get it. Why $20,000 to fix your electrical?
Because all of the work that they said that they didn't do, and a lot of the errors that have to be corrected, it's pretty much paying another company to do everything that Tipping Hat said they were going to do.
Well, you're going to have to sue these people. You're going to have to sue these people. I want to give this to somebody I want to give this to Smarty Pants to work on. Listen, we need to contact them and tell them the facts of life. Have they indicated they're willing to do anything as far as a refund?
I reached out for a refund just for the electrical portion of the work because at the time I didn't know the furnace had issues, and I just wanted help paying for what I need to cover to fix the electrical.
Of course.
And the general manager, he said no, and I've kind of been ignored.
Do they claim they did everything on the contract and you can prove they didn't?
Yes.
Well, you might have to sue them. I mean, or honest to God.
Yeah.
So you have a clear-cut contract, and another contractor clearly says that they did not do it.
Yes. Correct.
All right,
and
hold on.
They did it incorrectly.
Hold on. We need to give this to Smarty Pants. Kachina, we need someone to work on this. This sucks, man. This could possibly be a sleaze brigade.
You Smarty Marty?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's let them get on this case because this is serious. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's go to Mike. Mike has a question on trademark photos. Go ahead, Mike. What's happening?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
I own a brick paving company. I used a plumber, and I took pictures of his photos because he's doing a heated driveway underneath. And
Wait.
I
You
put
took
it
pictures
on
of his
advertising.
photos? I don't know what you mean.
No, I'm sorry. I took pictures of his job, which is my job because I referred him to my client.
Okay, hold on. You say your job. Was he a subcontractor to you?
Correct.
Hold on. The homeowner paid you and you paid the plumber.
No, he went directly to the homeowner, but I did oversee and direct the job.
Okay, and you used a plumber to do what? A heated driveway?
Correct.
And you took pictures of the work? Hold on, you took pictures of the work?
I took pictures of the tubing down for advertising, stating that I do heated driveways so they can see it in my advertising.
So you took pictures of the tubing. Okay.
Yep, on my job.
Got
that
it.
I referred him to, and he threatened to sue me, saying those are trademarked.
What are trademarked? Hold on. What are trademarked?
His jobs.
Oh, he's full of crap. He's full of crap. Oh, he's so full of crap. Listen, I'm going to tell you where you could get into trouble. You want to hear it? Here. And I'm giving you personal experience because I deal with this all the time with all this. When I do TV stories and radio, and when I used to do a lot more TV, here's what happens. Or online. If you took pictures of that heated driveway, and let's say it had bright orange pipe that only one company uses, and that's their trademark, that would be you implying you do that, and if you don't have a relationship with that company, they could technically say you're violating a trademark. And bright pink might be a color that's so unusual that they trademarked it, or a swirl, something like a Burberry design. I'm talking crazy now, but I want you to understand. Or if you took a picture of the job and it had his logo in there, implying that you do his work or he does your work, or something like that. If all you took are pictures of this driveway with generic tubing up and down, screw him.
Okay.
I mean, screw him. No IP attorney in the world is going to say, well, what claim does he have? What did you violate? He owns the rights to look at it? Come on.
That's
what he said his job. What he's saying is his job is like a work of art. That's what he's saying. That's really what this jerk is saying. That it's a work of art.
Okay.
Now, you know what I'd like to do, though? Kachina Kalori, you know what I'd like to do just for the hell of it? I'd love to get Mark Trenner on. Mark Trenner, he does a lot of copyright and IP stuff. I don't know if he's on the referral list any longer. He moved out of state, and I'm not sure if he's still doing it. Mark, let me see, because I like Mark Trenner, and but it doesn't matter. He's still good at what he does. And if he's not on the referral list anymore, that means we need another IP attorney. Let me search for him. I'm searching for him, and I don't find... Wait. No, I'm not finding Trenner. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, wait. Yeah, we have him. Mark Trenner. Yep, he's on there. Trenner Law Firm. So, Kachina, let's ask him to double-check, because it's a good question. 303-713-TALK, 713-825-55. Vernisha wants to talk about tax assessments. This is very important. Venetia, let's start your call. What's going on, Venetia? Or Vernisha, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Vernisha, is fine as well. Thank you for having me on the show today.
Yes, Vernisha. What can you do for us?
So what I'm doing currently, so I live out in El Paso County, so I'm south of you guys. I'm a real estate agent here in town, and I posted basically free assistance in appealing property taxes a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And I've had, let me see, 435 requests so far.
Oh, my God. Are you charging them anything?
No,
okay.
I am not.
All right, hold on. Let's see where this is going. I'm Tom Martino, and we're going to see what Venetia is doing, or Vernisha, on this, and maybe we can copy it coming right up.
Shopping for a gift for dad or grad? Get Rosetta Stone for 40% off now through June 18th. Learning a language will expand their horizons and open up new opportunities in career, travel, and more. Choose from Spanish, Italian, Japanese, and over 20 more languages. Rosetta Stone memberships are for life, so your present gets them forever access to language learning tools they can use for years to come. Get it now at rosettastone.com. 40% off ends June 18th.
American Restoration 24/7. The name says it all. They restore. They also help rebuild. But here's the important part. They do it the right way. EPA certifications and other certifications, knowledge, know-how, and education to get the job done right. They mediate dangerous substances or mitigate immediately. And then they can help you with your insurance, and they can help you rebuild. American Restoration 24/7, 8337-AMREST. Don't let your insurance company pick a restoration company. They won't pick the right ones, I swear to you. If you have a fire, flood, broken pipe, smoke, asbestos, mold, American, even meth labs and unattended death, all of that. American Restoration 24/7, 8337 AMREST. Online, amrest247.com.
With Sean.
I hate tourist crowds. I hate it more than anything.
Hey Mark, this is Kelly over at the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. We were trying to get your advice on a case that we have on air right now. If you have time, if you can call us back at 303-626-8466. Again, that number is 303-627-8466. We really appreciate it. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.
I personally don't give a shit about rain. I don't care. We're not going to Sunday. I want to go. Because I don't want to be crowded. In fact, the season over there for Americans, sunrise coincides with summer.
Hey Mike. I just tried to get Mark Trenner on the phone. He's not answering, but I just want to get your number just in case we get disconnected. What's your number? Just so you have it, in case you have any questions or anything like that, I wanted to give you his name and number. And it's Mark Trenner, T-R-E-N-N-E-R. And his number is 720.
What are the school years over there?
Because Tom's using him as more of an expert, but just in case you should have it. Okay, hang on, I'm still working on getting him. Hold on.
Tourist attractions. I mean, it was literally a constant. I'm going to go and look at the Coliseum exactly like this, or Venice. And then there's hours of waiting for restaurants. Besides, we don't even mind doing off-beat shit. Or
TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're talking to Dr. Joel Cherdak for Denver Regenerative Medicine as well. I have some questions for him coming up, and if you have any, give us a call. And you can always talk to a stem cell doctor at 833-STEM-GEN. Now, we have a trademark and patent attorney coming on when we get a hold of him, but I'm almost positive you can take pictures of almost anything and not violate a trademark unless you take a trademark or something that is unique to a brand and insinuate you do the work or you did the work or whatever. If it's generic, I mean, I can't see how anyone could say that's trademark. What if this guy put in a toilet? Let's say he put in a toilet and you take a picture. You're not showing the type of toilet, but you say we do toilets too. How the hell is somebody going to... look, that's just my opinion. Vernicia, you called and said you're a real estate agent in El Paso County offering free help. Is that right?
Yes, that is correct.
For protesting property valuations. Okay, so what happened?
So, our total count up to this point of requests is up to 435, which is just mind-boggling, right? Because I'm one person.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of other agents out there that are trying to help out in the community. I've completed 263 reports so far, and out of those 263, the data shows that exactly 12 of them were being taxed fairly. And this isn't just in El Paso County.
What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean by being taxed fairly? You mean assessed fairly?
Exactly. Yep.
Well, what do you mean by fairly?
So what I'm seeing when I'm doing these evaluations is that the assessor is actively, and not just El Paso County's assessor, but this seems to be statewide. We're seeing overinflation in the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars over what the market is actually showing houses we're selling for.
That's June of last year, right? You're going back to June of last year?
Yep, exactly.
Now listen, Vernicia, you're talking actual market value, they're hundreds of thousands of dollars more?
Exactly. Yep. They're overinflating the numbers, not just here in El Paso County, but across other counties as well. I'm actually looking at one right now.
I knew tax valuations are way up. I know that, and I know we've been getting a ton of calls about it. But I did not realize, I think they were up because they were artificially low and also because of the amendment, Gallagher amendment going away. But what I didn't understand is that they're actually higher. Like if I took my house, for example, and its valuation, yeah, it went way up. But if I have to be honest, it's truly what it probably would have sold for last year. So I'm surprised you're finding so many overpriced from the market.
Yeah, I mean, it's been incredibly overwhelming looking at some of these numbers.
Have you been successful in getting them lowered, or you haven't heard yet?
Yes. So we've heard of 2 reports so far from the very beginning of this. So like early May, we're starting to get results back.
How do you start? What do you do for these people?
So the very first thing that I do is I look at their property, and I look at the facts and figures of their property, and then of course comparable sales in their immediate surrounding area. If the assessor, and it depends on what market you're in, if they have essentially their own comparable tool, I not only do an analysis using the MLS, which is what realtors have access to, but I also use the assessor's own comparison tool that they're making available to the public to take a look. And their own tool is actually disagreeing with what they're assessing people at to the tune of over $100,000 on average.
Vernicia, can you on the multi-list, MLS, can you go back in time?
Yes.
Okay. The other thing I want to ask, I don't know how this happened because the assessors didn't all have a meeting. They didn't all get together and say, let's raise all of our valuations, yet it happened across the state at the same exact time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also happening right around the time that, the governor is looking at trying to get us to repeal Tabor, right? So,
of course. I mean, it's all manipulation for sure, but it is almost like a conspiracy. I mean, I swear to God, because now what they're saying is, well, if you want lower property taxes, then you have to give up your Tabor refund. Isn't that what he's saying?
Yep, exactly. Yep. And that Bill of Rights provides quite a few protections that we really don't want to lose as taxpayers and as citizens of Colorado.
Well, I totally agree with you. Here's another thing, which is really stupid because your tax valuations support the schools as well, right? Well, listen to this. The Tabor refunds don't ever come out of the school budgets, do they?
Not as far as I know, because so basically you have a portion of your taxes that go towards whatever county you're in, and then a separate portion of it, which is called the mill levy, and that goes to a lot of the public services that you're thinking about, including
that's right. It's all based on mill levy and your taxing districts. You could have a park district, you could have a fire district, you have a water and sewer district. Of course. Yep. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So one of the victories that we heard of, the assessor reduced their value by $40,000, which is what we were asking for. Another one that we just heard of this morning, the assessor reduced their value by more than $100,000. So I mean, these aren't small numbers, right? This isn't some kind of a mistake that's happening.
So anyway, what's the purpose of the call today? What can we do for you?
So what I would like you to do, and I know that you're a very busy man, but I did send over an analysis and a report so that you can see evidence that I'm gathering on a massive scale.
Okay.
I think that, what I would really like is for you to let the folks know that you have access to, that they need to get in contact with a real estate agent, any real estate agent. Maybe it's the one that sold them their house.
Well, not all of them are doing it free, Vernicia. Not all of them are.
Yeah, and I mean, it's unfortunate. But, take a look at their notice of valuation, take a look at the instructions on how to appeal, and go about appealing their property taxes, because we're talking about, I mean, if this were the other way, right, and we were robbing our assessor of hundreds of thousands of dollars, we would be in jail.
Vernicia, a lot of people don't pay attention to mail, and they get valuations. They may have tossed them. No, I'm serious about this because it clearly says it's not a bill, and a lot of people mistake it for junk. Can they go online and get their assessment and protest it?
Yes, they can. Absolutely.
What do they need? Just their address?
Yep, exactly. So,
and when are we running out of time to do that?
June 8th is the deadline.
Now, are you sure? I heard you can always appeal in the after too, right? You can go back retroactively. No.
Not as far as I'm aware. It could be different for different counties, but not as far as I'm aware.
All right, Vernicia, thank you very much. I'm going to take a look at your material and make sure you have your contact information with Kachina Kalori. Kachina, could you also did you ever book Ed Tomlinson like we said? Because I'd like to get Vernicia on when he's on too. Have you booked, or Suze, has she booked Tomlinson yet, do you know?
Don't know.
Okay, next question. Can you try to get Ed on right now for a quick question? I have a question for Tomlinson on deadlines because he once told me you could go retroactive. Anyway, thank you very, very much, Vernicia. We certainly appreciate smart people. Okay, and listen, OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Boy, they're smart. OneClearChoiceDoors.com will give you the best garage door company anywhere for inspections or openers or anything about garage doors. I've been using them for years. 720-370-3987, including emergency service, and all their prices are on their website, OneClearChoiceDoors.com.
Thank you.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Slow traffic all around the Denver metro for the noon hour. It's been a busy drive all morning. I-25 northbound on the north end of town at 144th. Recent accident has been cleared. Still seeing slow traffic back from 120th. South and closer to Commerce City, I-270 westbound. Road damage repairs in the left lane between Vasquez and York. Stopped up traffic from I-70. Folks commuting through are looking at 40 minutes of delays. Just east of there, Chambers Road southbound between 33rd and 32nd is closed due to an accident. Airport can be used as an alternate. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, fair skies at the moment, high of 81 in the afternoon. The current temperature is 74 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Make your summer getaway a new bed during Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale. Save up to 60% with Queen starting at just $169.99. Plus, save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable base mattress sets and get a $300 instant gift.
FixMyHome.com. That's the website for Fix It 24/7. The people I have in my home for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, they've done a lot of work for me, and they can do it for you. They're the $39 people, I call them. $39 for the extraordinary cleaning of your air conditioner like no one does. Other people say, let's check your system for this much. For $39 for new customers, they do an extraordinary job. Remember, FixMyHome.com, 720-526-3939. They also send an expert to your home for any problem, plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, drains, for just $39 to find the problem. When they find it, they give you an estimate up front. If you have the work done, they credit you the $39. It's a great system, very predictable. 720-526-3939. Hey, reverse loans. When I say they're still a thing, I mean a lot of people think because the rates went up, reverse loans are not good. No. They're better than ever, and I'll tell you why. If you get a reverse loan line of credit, let's say your house paid for, you just get a line of credit, emergency line, you don't pay anything on that, but it's there if you need it. And as you grow older, every year, because of what the rates are doing, your line of credit goes up by that amount. And they can never take it away from you. You got to find out more. Empower Reverse Mortgage and their helpline, 720-500-7719, 720-500-7719.
Yep. Not available, Tom.
Dum, dum, dum.
Hi, this is Kelly over at the Tom Martino Show. We had a question about the tax assessment. Really quick, we had another expert call in, a realtor who's doing some work in El Paso County, and Tom just wanted to do a little extra follow-up with you. If you have time to call into the show, if you could at 303-697, let me start over. 627-8466. Again, that's 303-627-8466. Thanks so much, and have a great day. Bye. Yeah. I'm not tongue-tied. All right, what's my time code here? Believe it or not, I've actually gone to this before. Scary. I had to do an event there. I had to set up. I'm Martin. I love Navaj. I told you about how your nose is the body's care filter. The Navaj's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, measles, and germs. And that Navaj will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navaj? Like Ricardo, quote, "This is one of the greatest inventions ever. I know this may sound like I'm exaggerating, but this sucker is amazing. The first time I did it, I couldn't believe what came out of my sinuses. I
this. So if you do them like this, right? Yeah, that's what I think. I think you're right. I've been doing them with, yeah, that's the one. I pull that chair up. Yeah. I try to get more. It's not the best angle in the world, but it does engage. So that's what you do. No, I have a gem to go to, but this is what I do sometimes. I do it in between times or when I have my kids here. I'll run down here while we're sleeping. It's just convenient. I have two other things. I have one of those. The other one is the most incredible machine. It was a $20,000 machine. The manufacturer gave it to me as a promotion because I liked it. I just loved it. It's called the, I don't even know the name of the manufacturer. It's complete body workout in 4 minutes. And upper in 4 minutes and lower in 4 minutes. So it's like 8 minutes does your whole body. And this guy that did this exercise physiologist, his PhD, he figured out what he said was, if you go by a certain oxygen and certain movements, it's not time.
KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-DOG, 713-825. Let's talk to, we're trying to get our tax experts on because I want to know if you can retroactively protest taxes. I have to do that, man. I have to go online and protest on a few properties I have. It's absolutely ridiculous. So let's talk to Cody. Cody, what's going on with you, Cody?
Hey, Tom. So
Yep.
I've been dealing... Hey, sorry. Can you hear me?
I can very well, yes.
All right, perfect. So I've been dealing with an issue with Volvo. My dad always said that they ran through oil. So my family and I had been living abroad. We came back in the height of the used car game.
By the way, I've never heard of Volvos going through a lot of oil, but maybe I'm wrong. I used to own a Volvo. I loved it years ago. Loved it. Anyway, tell me about it.
They're the safest car in America, which is exactly why my wife picked it. So we ended up buying a 2015 XC60.
And you bought it used, right?
We did buy it used. We were the second owner. So a couple months later, we got a low oil light. And what was weird about these model of Volvos is they don't have a dipstick.
How many miles did you have on it?
When we started this issue, it was about 65,000.
Okay, here's what I want to know. What do you mean they don't have a dipstick? Come on.
That's exactly what I mean, Tom. It's insane. But they literally made an engine without a dipstick.
Whoa. How do you check the oil?
You can't. It's a sensor. And so...
So how long did you own it before you got the oil light?
Not even 3 months.
Okay.
For the first time. And then 2 months after that, the car, my wife was driving it with our 2 little girls in the back on the highway on 25, and it literally stopped. It just cut off.
Hold on. When you got the oil light 3 months later, did you fill it with oil?
Oh, yeah. So we brought it back to our mechanic. So there's a Volvo.
Got it. And all I need to know is you filled it with oil. Then 2 months later, it did it again.
It didn't even have the low oil. What happened was the engine just cut off. So we brought it back to our mechanic who had helped us top off
And
the
in
oil.
the interest of time, did it turn out to be a seized engine? I just need to know that.
It's not a seized engine. So what happens is from 2013 to 2016, these Volvos have an overconsumption of oil. So we found that out. We started working with my garage. He did an oil consumption test where we could really find out how much oil was coming
Why
out.
did the engine stop?
So I don't know why. It's a sensor issue is what Volvo said, but it's also one of the precursors to a sign of your engine having an overconsumption issue. So long story short is we found out there was a class action lawsuit against Volvo for owners of 2013 to 2016. We were a second owner, so they didn't let us join that class
Of
action.
course, and I understand why they don't. Right.
Yeah. So then what we did was we had reached out to Volvo of America starting last July to figure out what was going on. And they didn't talk about anything to us or what we should do. So it was our garage that said, hey, let's go through this overconsumption test. We'll see how much oil you're actually burning. And after we did that, it came back and he's like, you're definitely burning oil. Reach back out to Volvo and see what they can do for you.
They can't do anything for you, man, because it's a 2016. It's 8 years old now, man. They can't do anything for you.
But because of the class action lawsuit, they sent out letters to people who owned 2013 to 2016 models that they were extending the warranty on that engine. So Volvo of America sent us to the Volvo dealership because they wouldn't accept our mechanics consumption, and we started the process.
Did they say they would cover, the warranty would extend to second owners?
So they said that it would extend to the engine of the vehicle. So we've had no issues being the second owner.
Okay, hold on. I thought... But, the class action is for first owners.
Class action.
I got it. So Volvo of America will cover...
Go
ahead.
That's what they were saying, is they were saying up to 100,000 miles. So we went through the test, went to McDonald's. Volvo is actually the only one in the state that's doing these tests. And they came back and they said, yes, you are burning 1.6 liters per every 1,000 miles. And they said, but now the warranty is not being extended to you because when they extended in January, it essentially, for the 2013, 14, and 15, the extension didn't matter because they said it was for 8 years and 100,000 miles. So we reached back out to Volvo saying that, hey, we had been talking to you before during the 7th year, and you guys weren't giving us any instructions on what to do.
So they say, hold on, they say you expired.
Yes. So they say that we don't qualify. After we've done everything that we asked, we finally got Volvo, the dealership, to say, yes, here in the paperwork, here is you. It qualifies as overconsumption, but...
Wait, was that back before the 8 years expired? You verified it?
No, it was not. That was just this last month. And so what happened is Volvo of America reached back out to us and said, out of the kindness of their heart, they would extend a 50% coverage of a $10,000 repair.
Well, that's better than a hot poke stick in the eye, but you think you were delayed because they made you go back and get a second test.
Had all the paperwork, and I've had it from when we bought it to show that, hey, we have low oil. Because we don't have a dipstick, I would have to bring it into a shop.
Cody, I believe you,
yes.
And they probably believe you. Well, although the problem here is that they know when you first talked to them, it was within the 7 years, right?
Yep.
Okay, listen, we got to. I hate to overload Smarty Marty, but these are exactly the things he gets across to people. What do they say when you tell them it's clear by the paperwork you contacted them within the 8 years? What do they say?
So they're saying that they don't see it in our system that we called. So we went back and...
But you haven't... Didn't you go to a Volvo dealer during the 8 years?
So we didn't go to a Volvo dealer until...
Oh, gosh, dang it. Cody,
it
isn't in their system.
But we called Volvo of America because we didn't know who to go to reach out to the issue. And they had preferred Volvo mechanics, which is who we brought it to. It wasn't the dealership.
Okay, hold on. Do you have any record of that call to Volvo of America that you can prove?
So my wife has the phone call records from July when we called their 1-800 number.
And it shows
and
that.
Like the time of the call.
They have recordings. You could subpoena that. Right. I'm telling you the truth, man. You're going to have to do.
No, I know. They said that they wouldn't release it to us without a lawyer, like you said, subpoenaing it. And that's why I'm calling out to you.
Okay, well, here's what I would do. I would go to small claims court for $7,500. I know they're going to offer you $5 anyway, but $75 is your limit. Or you go to county court for $10,000, and you subpoena. Go to county court on your own. Just read how to write a complaint. I swear to you, you can go to county court. It's not insurmountable without an attorney, and you can simply subpoena the record of the phones saying this is what happened. Or go see an attorney and see if they'll do it for you. But, man, it's going to be – that's the problem. I think an attorney is going to cost you about $2,500 for this issue without going to court. So if you take $2,500 off of 10, I don't know. You don't want to go to district court. It's going to be way too expensive. You're going to have to figure out a way to do this economically, man. Now, we can try to reach out to Volvo, and I'm going to do that first. So let's take it first. At the risk of overloading Smarty Pants, we got to give this. Oh, wait. Hold on. Do we still have Kachina? Are you available to talk to me? Do we still have Gearhead, Deputy Gearhead? We haven't heard from him in a while. I know Sue's started a relationship with this professional relationship with this car guy. Did we ever go to him? You don't have him listed?
He might be under a different name than Gearhead.
Let's check with Sue's. But I think Smarty would be the one to call right now and get this done. But meanwhile, would you check on, please check on that. I want to check on Gearhead to see.
You got it.
I know we had him around for a while. Anyway, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Yep.
Sorry. Hey, we never heard from Mark
Impact Traffic.
Nope.
Ford is sponsored by Siri.
All morning.
We lots of messages.
End of town at 144th. Recent accident has been cleared. Still seeing slow traffic back from 120th. South and closer to Commerce City, I-270 westbound. Road damage repairs in the left lane between Vasquez and York. Stopped up traffic from I-70. Folks commuting through are looking at 40 minutes of delays. Just east of there, Chambers Road southbound between 33rd and 32nd is closed due to an accident. Airport can be used as an alternate. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, fair skies at the moment, high of 81 in the afternoon. The current temperature is 74 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hey, DQ fans, the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard treat is here. That's a delectable combination of Brookie and Oreo cookie pieces blended together in world-famous soft serve. You get all that in just one treat, and that treat is waiting for you only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
And I'll tell you what else tastes good. When you have a retirement plan that's solid. I love Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, not just because they're sponsors of this show. I personally use them. And I've talked to them a few times a month because, well, more than a few times a month. Sometimes I talk to them once a week because they're helping me take the elements that I've saved up through my life to come with a retirement plan. And you don't have to have a lot of money to use them. You can truly be in a retirement plan through when you don't have a lot of money. They can help you build it up. They can help you develop income and security. And here's what's the deal. No matter what, no matter how much you make or how much you have, having a plan is better than not having a plan. Why don't you call them? rpcenter.com, a free total evaluation, and they'll tell you what they can do for you. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. Hey, Made in the Shade, that's the place. Made in the Shade does window coverings of any kind. They do the high-tech, low-tech, in-between tech. They do outside shutters and rollers. They do inside shades and shutters and, like plantation shutters. They do. I love them, okay? Hard goods, soft goods. Here's what I do. I tell people to look for them on the referral list, Made in the Shade, or Google the name, Made in the Shade, or call them. They'll come out and measure for free, estimate for free, have a designer help you pick the stuff for free. They even have it delivered to you, and then they will install it with their in-house team. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566. HarrisFamilyLaw.com. I love the website. It's filled with information, especially if you put a slash on that. HarrisFamilyLaw.com/webinars. You'll see all of their past webinars, plus you'll see the new one coming up this Wednesday, and you can sign up for that, or just look at the archives. Free information always. Flat rate, unbundled services is what they do, meaning if you want them to handle just a part of the divorce, they'll do that. If you want them to handle the whole thing, they'll do that. HarrisFamilyLaw.com, 303-515-5000.
With everyone...
Okay.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, what?
So we're not going to get Trenner, and we're not going to get, let's see, I want to ask Trenner to call.
I don't think so. Am I on?
Mark?
Yeah. Tom?
Yeah.
Hey, Gearhead had to stop for a while because his boss didn't like him coming on.
His boss didn't like him getting free publicity?
Correct. According to Suze.
Okay, fine. Screw it. So is he not going to do it anymore?
She said he had to stop for a while. His boss didn't like him helping.
What an asshole. I'm going to take him. It didn't like him helping. And there's like, okay, never mind. I don't know what the hell
Deputy Dollar's mom's mad that you don't use him enough. Sorry if she's no longer with us. I'm just using her as a...
She's not.
Yep.
So
Neither's mine, so I can't even trade you.
I love on the calendar, Suzanne put, Suze Mark screwing around for being out of the office. I just noticed that.
I'm a little nervous since I saw the upside-down pineapple license plate holder on their RV.
Where do they store that thing?
Come on, man.
Massive property?
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you?
Oh, shoot. We're going to be plumb out of time.
Oh, my. Okay, what's your name? Do you have me on a speakerphone by chance? Because it's a little hard to understand you. Liz, L-I-Z? And what kind of car did you buy?
So what I was going to tell you is, I had that ROM machine. Did you look it up?
You got it. Okay. Hang on for me.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Let's go right to Reggie, who has a question on stem cells. We have Dr. Joel Cherdak with us, denverregen.com. Hey, Reggie, what's your question?
So I've got osteoarthritis in my right knee, and so for the past maybe 5 years, I've been getting an injection of triamcinolone acetonide, and it's been working fine every 3 months. But this last one I got is sort of flaring up again. So I was wondering if stem cell would be...
How much do those injections, does your insurance cover those injections?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Isn't that a cushioning fluid they put in there? Like a viscous fluid? Hold on. Reggie, is that a viscous fluid?
Well, he shoots it in right under the kneecap, so I guess so.
Is it the one made from the Roosters thing? I mean, there's all kinds of injections like that. Go ahead, Joel.
Yeah, the rooster comb, the hyaluronic acid, these are common injections, including steroids. All they do is suppress symptoms. And
has stem cell been successful with this?
Yeah, it's the most common thing that we treat is degenerative arthritis of the knee. The difference is that our treatment is a one-time treatment, and it's a fairly permanent fix, at least for many years.
I had it done. I had a right knee that was bothering me a little, and I never had another problem ever. And that was 8 years ago.
Yep.
Or no, I was around 60, so 9 years ago.
Yeah, it's the most common thing that we treat.
Like, you can talk to them though, Reggie. Let them and send them imaging if you want, but talk to them at 833.
Set up an appointment to talk to me on the phone.
833 STEM Gen. Just call there, and you set up an appointment to talk with a doctor.
Looking to.
That make sense?
Yeah, if you put him on hold, I'll give him the number. Hey, Reggie? Did you catch that number? Let me give it to you again. It's 833 STEM Gen. STEMGEN. Okay, no problem. Thanks for calling, Reggie. Okay, bye-bye. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Oh, wait. You're breaking up big time. Hello? Oh. Okay. Okay. Or hang up. Dude, you have a really bad connection. I don't know what to tell you. Does this make sense to you?
No, I have dementia.
Ryan, on the Dan Capper promo?
What about it?
Because it's advertising something that's not happening today.
Oh, so he wants to switch him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta come do that. Or do that from out there. Something.
I don't think he has access to it.
So he's asking me to switch it to a generic?
Yes.
Oh, because some chick's not joining. Gotcha.
Yes. So here's the under temp. Following my path.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Sherling, emergency.
Sure.
15-minute pickup. Maybe I should just have him come in here.
Wouldn't hurt, but I can do it. If he just have him come in and just drag it into the MP3 folder. I got you that far, and I will just find the promo. You click it into the perverter.
Teamwork makes champions.
Really, defense makes champions. I should knock your ass into the next room.
Oh, jeez. I have no line of defense for that.
Oh, I'm not. I'm half the man I used to be, but.
Stone Temple Pilots, great song.
You guys are great. Thank you.
We should play that today.
Pop up. I just said it right now.
She said.
Okay.
That's what she
anything
said.
Else you want on a playlist will be a welcome back Cotter Kelly episode.
Hey, so mildly high maintenance, only because she doesn't do it all the time, and I don't help. KBD.
Yeah.
Did she get back to you at all? Say anything?
Regarding?
Her and I on Friday.
Yeah, they kind of had a little.
Oh, it wasn't bad. It was just.
You have dust up?
So
What?
no,
Dust
just
up.
part of the show, I said, hey, because Jeff called, right?
Jeff Hunt.
Yeah, Jeff Hunt.
So he calls, and I said to her, hey, are you good handling the phones? Do you hit the buttons? Are you okay? She goes, oh, yeah, I got it. I said, okay, because Hefe's ready and we're good to go. And she does the first segment, doesn't go to him.
Doesn't go.
And then comes in here and goes, well, I can't see when the guest is there. I said, no, that's why I said he was there. Well, you have to tell me. I said,
Were you weren't in here?
no.
Okay.
I said, yeah, that's when I said Hefe is here. Maybe I said my problem is I probably shouldn't have spoken in Spanish. And
yeah, I was listening, and
then there was a segment where she didn't start talking right away.
I heard that.
Good afternoon, Martino's
show.
Please hold.
I didn't tell her she was up.
Oh.
Good afternoon, Tom Martino Show. How can I help you?
And she and I were texting.
Oh, you are breaking up quite a bit, sir.
She was texting me. Normally, Ryan.
Let me put you on hold, and I'll come back to you. Good morning. Thanks so much for calling Tom Martino. How can I help you?
I didn't save her name in here. I just have the number.
Oh, you sound like you're in a wind chamber, dude. Do you have me on speaker?
Well, you tell me my headphones when I need to start talking after the breaks. And I said, I always forget how intrusive Ryan can be.
No, you sound like you're in a wind tunnel.
And she says, ha
okay,
no worries.
all right, thank you.
I'm definitely used to how he does it.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
To be clear, I definitely hold her hand quite a bit
Hello?
through the whole thing.
Understood.
You had no way of knowing that.
I didn't know that.
You are breaking up. Totally. Are you on a cell phone?
That's to be expected.
Yeah.
Don't hang up on me because I tell you that you have a bad connection. Yeah.
Nope, she was good. So I wanted you to know I hung that out there. I was like,
That's
he's somewhat intrusive when it comes to.
She doesn't understand his personality.
Who does though, really?
And
I mean, let's be
but she also doesn't know that there's no interplay.
Was she expecting to type it into the call tracker? Because usually that's the thing.
And maybe put it up on the fifth line that she could see and all that.
If we had Kelly here, you wouldn't have had to worry about any of that.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you?
And the rest of the guests were great. Everything was fine.
Okay. Yeah, just that's to be expected.
But it was very funny
Mark,
that she and I were
hi.
kind of looking at each
Yes.
other.
He had a question.
Yeah.
He had a question on copyright law, so it's just a general question. So hang on. Thanks for calling me back. I'm glad you got my message. Hang on for me.
But you're saying she wasn't
Yay.
prompted, therefore she did not speak.
Right, and then thereafter, I was very quick with playing it,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun stuff, man.
So, were we able to get that other promo loaded? Did that work?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for doing that.
And stop blaming me. I was sick.
Not being sick.
In the head. What's happening, Tom? You made the phones ring. What'd you do?
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Hello? Hello? Okay. Dude, I don't know what is wrong with your phone, but it's really bad. Can you get in his ear and tell him we got Mark Trenner?
Tom, did you hear that? Tom, are you there?
Yeah.
Did you hear Kelly?
No.
We got Mark Trenner.
Got it. Thank you.
You're
Sorry.
welcome.
Don't be sorry. I made one of our news people cry one day on KOA. She said she messed something up, and I pointed out, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Don't be sorry. Be better." Bam! She started crying. Oh, that was awful.
My goodness. Hey.
Karen Fonda, Karen Lindsay.
God, you're such a jerk, Shannon.
Yeah, well, I've already got the job. I don't have to impress anybody. Here we go, Mr. Martino. Okay.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, and we have in the house today Denver Regenerative Medicine for your stem cell therapy, and we have some questions on that, texts on that. But I want to go to Mark Trenner, attorney at law. He's an intellectual property attorney on a referralist at referralist.com. He does copyright and all that. And I want to pose this question to him, see what he thinks. because I think it sounds ridiculous. We don't even need the consumer for me to give him the lowdown. Mark Trenner, let's talk about this. So a guy hires, okay, a guy is doing a driveway for someone, okay? A driveway, concrete driveway. And he tells the homeowner who to call to put the heated driveway in. You know those tubes that go up and down, and anyway, they go in the concrete, and then they're heated, right? Okay. So a plumber comes out, and she calls the plumber. He's working for the homeowner, and the plumber puts down the tubing, okay? Now, this other guy that's doing the driveway, he wants to advertise what he does. So let's say he does landscaping and driveways. He also wanted to advertise heated driveways. So as part of his promotion, he took pictures of that driveway before he poured the concrete. And all it had, no logos, nothing, just generic pipe zigzagging the driveway or looping the driveway. You know what I mean, back and forth. All right.
Right.
Now, the plumber says to him, you can't use those photos. My work is copyrighted. Come on. I said, that's a lot of bull. Maybe the homeowner could prevent him. I don't know if anyone could prevent him. If I take a picture of stucco and say, I do stucco, it doesn't have to be my stucco. Now, I could see if I took a picture of stucco and there's a guy's truck in front of it, like Rhino stucco, right? I could see where he could say, wait, you can't do that. You're not Rhino. Or if I took a picture of a logo next to that tubing, insinuating I did XYZ heating. I don't know. Weigh in on that, Mark Trenner.
Right. I don't think that there's any copyright there unless it has some unique design. For example, architecture, you can have a copyright in architecture. Like a lot of the time, builders will have copyrights for their building plans. That can be copyright.
Does that mean I can't take a picture from the street and use it? I guess I can't take a picture and say, this is my, I do buildings, right? And then it's copyrighted.
Right.
But what about this? In this case, could the homeowner say, and the homeowner did not say this, but could the homeowner say, wait a minute, that's my house?
Well, so it depends if there's violation of privacy. Probably not.
Okay.
But, I mean, did you take a picture of just the driveway or the whole house in the neighborhood?
No, he took a picture of just the driveway.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like there's anything. I mean, you'd have to look specifically at the work that he did if there's some unique way that he's laying it out that nobody else does. But it sounds like it's just a standard pipe installation, and that wouldn't be copyright.
Yes. Now, if he said this is one of my jobs before and after or something, that might be dishonest, but okay, taking credit for someone's work. On another note, Mark Trenner, did you follow the lawsuit where they were saying that the Marvin Gaye song was copied and
oh yeah, the one with Ed Sheeran, is that the one?
Yeah, Ed Sheeran, right.
Sure, yeah, okay.
Sharon, right? Is it Sharon? Yeah. Did you follow that case along, because they said there were a few riffs that were similar?
I did. I mean, at a high level, I didn't read any of the cases, but it ended up being in Ed's favor that there was not copyright infringement. So you have to actually take a significant portion. It can't just sound similar. There needs to be a significant portion that's been listed, and it sounded like in this case there was a few, I don't know, you call them riffs or a few riffs here and there that sounded the same.
Kanye West got famous, and people copied him by taking loops within a song and putting them literally in a song. But he gets permission for that, right? You got to get permission. You can't just take and loop something. Like, if someone's...
Yeah, and there's...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say there's another guy, I forget, in the late 80s, early 90s that used to take songs and basically recompose them, sing them so that they sounded. He'd make jokes about
Like
them.
Weird Al Yankovic, right?
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Thanks. Yeah.
Now, what about that?
Yeah.
Do you need permission for that?
It's generally best to get permission because a copyright covers not only the original song but derivative works of it. So if you take it and you change it, the only thing would be if it would be considered a parody. In that case, it might have been a parody. I forget what the exact call on that was. But yeah, if it's a parody, you can do it. But it's always best to just get permission.
Mark Trenner, nice to talk to you. We haven't talked to you in a while.
Thanks, Tom.
Appreciate it. 303-713-TALK. By the way, if you never need to get a hold of Mark, 720-221-3708. He's a copyright and patent and trademark attorney. I want to take people who have been waiting. Cody, what's going on? Oh, no, we have Cody. What were we doing with Cody? I think I gave him, damn it, I already took the call. I gave him to Smarty Marty. That should have been off the board here. Let me just take it off. And then we'll go to Liz with her Santa Fe. Liz, what's going on?
Hi, so I bought a 2016 Hyundai Santa Fe from a dealership on March 30th. And it broke down within 30 minutes of me leaving the lot, and I had them bring me a loaner car and fix it. Got it back 2 weeks later, and it broke down within 24 hours.
Now, hold on a
again.
second. When you bought the 2016, was it recently? Did you buy it? Used?
Yeah, it was used. It had 107,000 miles on it.
Well, why did you think, and I like I said, I want to help you, but why did you think they should fix anything?
Because it happened 30 minutes after I drove the car off their lot.
Now,
so
here's a real lesson in life. It doesn't matter if it happened 30 seconds after. Now, theoretically it doesn't. Legally it probably doesn't matter if you bought it as is. However, that was, anyone would expect them to do something, right? Because you didn't just do it. It was like that. But that's why you buy things as is. Did you have a warranty on this?
No, I didn't, but they had said that they had agreed to fix it, but they've had it now for 2 months.
Okay, but thank God they agreed to fix it. What's wrong with it?
That's the thing is I can't get an answer. Every time I call, they'll give me kind of a one sentence saying like, oh, it's something with the radiator, or oh, it's something with the oil. Let me call you back in 10 minutes, and then I never get a call. So
30 minutes after you bought it, you had one problem. They fixed it, and now this is the second problem?
Yeah. But the second problem's been going on since 2 weeks after I bought it, and now it's been 2 months.
What did they fix the first time?
They fixed, or it was some issue with the radiator. They at first said it was just a minor gasket leak, but then he ended up telling me that they had to replace the entire radiator. But then the other issue that I have is that my credit union keeps calling me saying that they have not sent any paperwork to the credit union. And I've been making payments.
Who have you been making payments to?
To my credit union who approved the loan for the vehicle.
But they don't have any paperwork.
Yeah, the dealership has not sent them the paperwork that they needed.
Then why did they fund it if they didn't get paperwork? Did they actually write the check to them?
Yeah, they wrote the check, so they had the initial approval, but then they needed to follow up the title and
okay. What's the name of the dealer?
And they have not received any of that. Cherry Creek Automotive.
Okay. Who's the boss over there? Do you know?
His name is Justin.
Okay, so Justin, what is he the one you talk to?
I've been back and forth between Justin and then my salesperson is Shad. Shad, who's been like great. Justin was at first threatening to not repair it, but then Shad said, "No, we're going to make it right." And he was the one.
Okay, and it's called Cherry Creek Automotive. Where is it located?
It's off of Colfax in Cherry Creek.
Okay, we're going to have someone help you with this. Okay, what we're going to do is call them and find out first and foremost when are they going to get the damn thing fixed, and also there was the paperwork. I'm going to give this to Deputy Doc. That's who's going to work with you, Liz. So hold on, okay? We're going to hook you up. 303 833-713-TALK. A quick question for our Denver Regen people. Next. You just happened to mention that. You guys, so Joel, Dr. Joel, do you do necks at all? Or what do you
We don't do the neck. We don't do the neck. The neck's got a lot of dangerous structures in there. So
what do you work on? Tell me everything you work on, seriously. Shoulders,
basically,
elbows, wrists?
Basically every big joint and the lower back. The only thing we don't
The lower back and other joints.
The lower back and other joints. So the most common thing we treat are knees.
Ankles, do you do? Hips?
Hips, ankles, shoulders, wrists.
Good, okay.
Thumbs, we do a lot of thumbs.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
People get degenerative arthritis in the bone between their hand and their thumb.
I've heard of
all
that.
the time, and the surgery for that is sort of horrendous. So.
I had one.
Yeah.
I had that surgery before stem cell, yeah.
Yeah, so
it is. They have to take a part of another bone to rebuild it.
Right.
Oh my! And you mean stem cell can work on that?
We do that all the time.
Incredible. Now you can get an appointment on phone, virtual appointment, 833-STEM-GEN. We got more coming right up.
Yep.
Better late than never.
Seasonal.
What, your break time?
I'm just kidding. I'm talking about the button.
Oh, you're 8 minutes late, and I'm the one with the button problem.
Okay, yeah.
Now.
HI.com.
All right. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney that truly takes the word personal personally, meaning you're going to work with him, not a call center, not an assistant, not a paralegal. Now, of course, he uses those people to help out, but he will talk to you initially. He'll take your case. You'll have his cell phone number. He'll update you, and he will work on a contingency fee basis after your free consultation. So why don't you call John Fuller when you want someone who is pledged to only grow to the size where he can handle your cases personally. It's a boutique law firm, and it's personal attention. 303-597-4500. And not only personal attention, but great results. 303-597-4500. myaccidentlawyer.co. People want security when it comes to investments. And I mean written guarantees. It's almost impossible. Not anymore. Not with mymoney.myway.com. I'm telling you, I know these people personally, and they're going to work with you to create income for life with a guaranteed return and guaranteed never to lose not just principal, but never to lose any of the gains you made. That's right. mymoneymyway.com. 303-779-6600. Sheridan Auto Tech has everything you want with auto repair facilities. First, convenience, value, education, honesty, ethics, experience. When you put it all together, what does it spell? SheridanAutotech.com. It's well worth the drive on Colfax, west of Wadsworth. And you'll love the way they treat you like family. That's why I call them Uncle Kevin. 303-455-7242. 303-455-7242.
Hello, thank you.
Banter of Nevada.
What?
Kelly's having a moment. We'll be all right.
Kachina?
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Come on, Kachina Kalori.
Hey, I'm sorry. We both missed that Cody was going to Marty. So.
No, I heard. I thought you were doing something.
No.
Okay.
Then it was your fault because I was on the phone.
Yeah.
Everything is my fault.
It's everyone's fault.
It's Shannon's fault most of the time.
Oh my gosh, you're the first woman I've ever let down. Get in line, sugar.
What am I, like the 50,000 first?
I could read one text you got over the weekend. Thanks for checking on me. I'm like, who is this? Oh, that's right.
That sounds like needy. I would stay away from that.
Hey, Shannon, you want to get stem cell therapy on your brain?
Well, that's not the part of my body that would get the most work.
Hey, Tom, Adam just finished all of his stem cell stuff on his eye.
Oh, how is it working?
Oh, it's crazy. He has to put a contact in that has a really huge concentration of stem cells. It's like a millimeter in diameter, and he wears it, and it takes 2 days to seep into his eye.
And it's actual stem cells.
It's actual stem cells, yes.
Did they take the stem cells from him?
No.
No.
He's getting stem cell therapy
And
on his
the
eye.
crazy part about it is that the stem cells have kind of like a pink hue, so his whole eyesight, because it goes over, you know, his eye, the retina, or, you know, the colored part of your eye, it makes him have like a pink eyesight hue until it's fully dissolved. And then when his eyesight goes back to normal, then he can take the contact out.
Is insurance covering this?
No, it's all out of pocket.
Where did you find out about it?
His ophthalmologist recommended it, and because it's experimental, they won't cover it.
And the stem cells are not delivered by injection.
No, but via a contact lens.
Have you ever heard of it?
No, I have not heard of that.
Holy crap.
So we'll see how it goes.
What was his condition?
Well, let's see, this is going to be the 5th year he's cancer-free, so they're hoping to get some of the 30% of eyesight that he lost with the radiation.
God, this, was it induced by wearing contacts?
No, he had something called sebaceous cell carcinoma. It's very rare.
Is it a kind of cancer?
It is.
Here we go.
Oh, my
Talk Station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Zach, what's going on with Granite Depot, sir?
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
I was actually just calling to see, like, what the fine print is on that. If you do the kitchen, the bathroom's always...
Oh, no, that's not Granite Depot. That's the Art of Granite. Here's what it is.
Oh, Art of Granite.
Yeah. The Art of Granite, Mitch Floria, first of all, wholesale on all materials. He really means that. He doesn't mark them up. They're wholesale. Even if you buy them somewhere else and he has an account there, he'll let you buy them and pass it right through. So that's the granite itself. The tear out and haul away is part of the job. He doesn't charge extra. And then when he says he does the bathroom vanity free when you do the kitchen, 9 times out of 10, when you do a kitchen, you have some leftover remnants. And they use the remnant to do your vanity. But he will do the vanity even if there's not enough remnant.
Okay. So,
but 9 times out of 10, the marketing is really good. You know, get your bathroom vanity done when you have the kitchen. Or So, and it's free when you have the kitchen. 90% of the time, I would say he's going to have enough left over to do that. So it involves tearing out the old one, and you know, it's not nothing. I mean, it is something. It's added value, Zach.
Yeah, it's added value. Well, the reason that I asked, Tom, is my parents had their countertop done in their kitchen, and the people, when they came to install it, told them that because of what they were doing there, it didn't qualify for that bathroom.
Wait a minute. The people from the Art of Granite told him that?
Yes.
Well, I don't mind if they tell him that, if you have an extra big bathroom and all that, but they better tell him before they show up. That's what I want to know. They didn't tell you that? When they showed up and did an estimate, a final estimate, is that when they told him or when they brought the granite?
Well, I think it was when they bought the granite. I can't confirm. Now.
Well, no. That wouldn't be right, and that doesn't sound like Mitch Fleur. Here's what I mean. If you went to the Art of Granite, I can see them excluding a bathroom. I mean, they're, you know, like, for example, let's say you have a giant bathroom, right? Or your kitchen is tiny and the bathroom's actually bigger, right? What I'm saying is this, though. The time to find that out is on the phone. They can't tell you that, you know, unless maybe they could if they asked what the bathroom measurements were. But to tell you it does not qualify, what did they mean by that? That's what I don't understand. I got to find out.
Well, and that's what I was trying to figure out.
Okay,
Like
we can find out. If you can get, listen, you deserve an answer because here's why. I advertise the hell out of people, right? And I don't want you ever losing trust in what I say. So we're going to find out. But what you need to do for me, I assume it's going to be a very logical answer, but what I need is their last name, that's it, or their name and address, and we're going to call Mitch and just ask them. Now, did they go through with it?
Yeah, they did, and it was quite a while ago. I didn't even know this. I was at their house yesterday, and they were telling me about.
Wait a minute. How long ago, sir?
Well, within like a year and a half.
Oh, okay, that's still okay. They've been with me that long. And did they expect to get the bathroom free when they called?
Yeah, when they called initially, they did.
Okay, but here I need to know, like, when they told them they didn't qualify. Is it when they brought the granite and delivered it to the house and said, "Oh, by the way, we're not doing the bathroom"? Because that would be crappy. Or did they tell them when they were buying the granite? Maybe when they were buying the granite, it was a different kind of granite. They didn't have enough left over. They didn't think they would, and they say, by the way, you don't qualify. Then your parents should have been given the opportunity at that time to say, well, never mind. Or because if they told them that when they showed up to actually do the sale, there's nothing wrong with that. If your parents had the opportunity to say, okay, then never mind, forget the whole thing.
Right.
See, I just need to know when in the sequence.
Agreed, and I don't have that info. So
Could you find out? Listen, Zach, if you find that out for me, I promise we'll find out for you. So here's what I want to know. Here's what that usually happens. You call the Art of Granite, and then they give you a price, okay? They do. You tell them the square footage, roughly what you have, and they give you a price on the phone. That price is really close, within a few dollars, right? So here's what happens. When they then come out to measure, right, and all of that, then have you buy the granite or put a down payment, whatever, because they have to fabricate the whole thing, so they can't afford you not doing it after they fabricate. So, but when they come out to the house and they measure and all of that, then they say, okay, here's the contract, sign it. And then if they came back to deliver and said, oh, by the way, you don't get the bathroom, I'd be pissed off. But if they go to the house, after they give you a price on the phone, they go to the house and they measure, and then they present you with a contract and say, by the way, in this case, the bathroom doesn't qualify, but I would still want to know why, still. But that wouldn't be that egregious to me if they did it at the time of the contract. They said, by the way, in this particular case, we're not going to do the bathroom, and we'll have to figure out why. And then they say, your parents have the opportunity to say, well, then never mind. That would be fine with me. Okay, that would be totally fine with me. What wouldn't be fine with me is if they sprung it on them. But still, even though they said it doesn't qualify, and they did it at the right time, I still would want to know why. Wouldn't you?
Well, that's really why I'm calling, just to figure out, like, maybe there was an asterisk small print that they weren't aware of. And
I absolutely, Zach, I don't know, but we're going to find out. Could you please talk to Kachina off there and give the details, the name and address of your parents, okay?
Yep.
Thank you so much. Kachina, could you give this to Deputy Dollar to call over there to Mitch, or you can call when you get a chance. I just want to know, in this case, why it didn't qualify. You know, I've never had a complaint about these guys, but I still want to know, and I want to get Zach's contact, and we'll get back to him on the show and answer that on the show. 303-713-8255. I'm Tom Martino with more with DenverRegen.com, 833-STEM-GEN, and your calls after this.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ComparianInsurance.com.
Just a busy drive throughout the Denver Metro for the 1 o'clock hour. I-270 westbound, the big news today. We're seeing road damage repairs in the left lane between Vasquez and York, with stopped-up traffic back from I-70. About 45 minutes of delayed driving for folks heading west through Commerce City. South of there, I-70 westbound road construction continues at York with stopped-up traffic back from I-270 as well. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, high of 81 degrees this afternoon, nice and warm. Overnight low of 51. We are expecting scattered thunderstorms today and throughout the rest of the week. The current temperature in Denver is 78 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hi, we're Comparing Insurance Agency. Never heard of us? We know. But to help it stick that our local agents are insurance experts, we're going to say local agent 3 times in the next 5 seconds. Local agent, local agent, local agent.
Find us at comparinginsurance.com.
You know, Empower Reverse Mortgage is doing reverse loans, and here's how they do it. First, they have a helpline you can call and ask about it. If you're 62 or older, especially if your house is near paid for, you can get an emergency line of credit where these interest rates actually benefit you. Why? Because you're not paying on that line, right, until you use it. But if you don't use it, it grows every year. In fact, use it or not, it grows. So in other words, if you can borrow 100 grand, it'll go to 107, then it'll go to 100 and whatever. What I mean is, by the same interest rate, it grows up, and they can't take that borrowing power away from you. EmpowerReverse.com. Call for more information. EmpowerReverse.com. 720-500-7719. Made in the Shade is a window covering outfit that I love. Here's why I love it. I love, first of all, the fact that they completely measure everything, and then give you an accurate estimate, because doing it yourself screws that up, man. You can't do that. And then they don't have a separate team come and order it, a salesperson. They have a designer to help you order the right stuff. Then they have an in-house team to install it. So everything is in-house, Made in the Shade. Look for them at referrals.com or give them a call. You will love the way they do business with all the major brands, inside and outside window covering. 720-458-6566, 720-458-6566.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Pip from Pip's Path Tour. We'll be coming to Denver on June 3rd to talk to
you. Are now.
What?
You were not.
What?
Kelly's always a little worried about everything, which is good. It's like having a dog that barks at a plastic bag in the front yard.
What?
Just we need to help level out your threat assessment ability. Okay, this isn't that big a problem. That's a big problem.
I actually like Mitch.
Well, we love Mitch. I'm just saying, we didn't. You know, the guy called and said Granite Depot instead of our guys, and so he got bias. But that wasn't horrible of Mitch. It's not, you know. Let's check on it. It wasn't like one of our moving companies stealing underwear or something. And that has not happened. I want people to know.
Oh, hi, Mitch. This is Scott with the Tom Martino Show. Good. How are you today? Well, we had a caller into the show just a few minutes ago, and it was actually the son that told about their parents.
I gotta watch what I'm doing here. I saved Friday's show audio as May 65th. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's nice.
How tired was I?
Well, that's what Tom was wondering as well.
saving on my AC by sitting naked in a bowl of ice.
So, do you just do that for Martino listeners, the bathroom, or? Okay, now I listened to the caller on the show.
See
I
if I
haven't
can drum
talked to him.
some
I
up.
called you first, but I have.
We can talk to Joel.
Well, yeah, the son's name is Zach.
Well, that wasn't my fault
On
either.
behalf of his parents, because he was over there for Memorial Day yesterday.
It's fine.
I have the parents' name and I have their address.
Blaming it all on me, Shannon.
I haven't even begun blaming.
So it's
You are, I can tell.
Michael Harris, or Sharon and Michael Harris.
We've only just begun to blame Kelly.
You know, that used to be the standard song at all graduations. Not anymore.
Cook Way in Thornton.
Ted, hi. My name's Kelly. I'm calling from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show, and you had emailed us about an issue that you're having with, I
Mr.
believe
Martino.
it's a building that you own, or
Before and after pictures at advancedhair.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. By the way, McKenzie Law Firm. Dan McKenzie does estate planning, which is very important for wills and trusts. If you're facing probate, want to avoid probate, maybe you want to, I'm serious now, ace someone out of the will. Do you know there's a special way to do that to avoid contesting and all that? But anyway, McKenzie Law Firm, 833-CO-PLANS. That's coplans.co or 833-CO-PLANS. We use him as our expert here. Let's keep going. Okay. We dropped the call drop. So, okay, now we have Denver Regenerative Medicine. I wanted to ask a few questions. I'm going to go to my texting and we'll find out. All right. I got to renew this. I'm sorry. Let me see. Okay, now, on regenerative medicine, someone wants to know about ankles. She has a propensity for spraining ankles. I've heard of people doing that all the time. Once you do it, they keep doing it. Can that tighten up a joint? Can that help with that thing, with those tendons or not? Hold on. Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
If it's basically a chronic ankle sprain type situation where the ligaments have just been kind of damaged and frayed, we can regenerate those ligaments and make them stronger and tighter, yes. It just depends what it is that's causing pain. Is it the joint? Is it the ligaments? We can treat both. We can treat the joint and regenerate the cartilage in the joint. We can treat the tendons and repair any tears. As long as it's not fully torn and separated, we can treat it.
Now, what about when someone has carpal tunnel? Carpal tunnel is a repetitive motion, and it's in their hand or wrist. Have you done that before?
We have. It depends on what's causing the carpal tunnel. If it's inflammation that's causing the nerve to be irritated, that's chronic inflammation from like a cartilage tear in the joint, in the joints of the wrist, we can treat that. If it's a compression of the ligament that goes across the median nerve, that's something that needs to be surgically dealt with. But we can look at images and determine whether it's something.
You even said you guys don't take cases that they don't work. I mean, or you try not to, right? You don't want a bad rate. You want a good rate of success.
Right. So what we do, first when patients call, they'll speak with me for 15 minutes or so, go over answer all the questions they have specifically about stem cell for their condition, and then we'll get images, a report of an MRI or an X-ray. If they don't have them, I'll order them for them. And then our surgeon will look at that and determine whether they're going to have a good outcome or not. If it's something that we can treat, and if we can treat it, what would be the expected outcome? And we meet or exceed that expectation 90% of the time. But that means, some patients that have severe degenerative arthritis and can barely walk, obviously they're not going to be running a marathon when we're done with them. But there's a level of improvement that we can usually reach with most patients. So the consultation will let somebody know after we look at their images, first, if they're a good candidate for the procedure, and then secondly, what we expect the outcome to be. and then they
Okay.
can make a decision based on that.
By the way, you can text me at 57739. Just put Tom somewhere so it shows up when I search Tom, because we use the same number for all the shows, 57739. Gout is another question. Well, I've never really understood gout. It is an inflammation of a joint, and it's from a buildup of something.
It's from a buildup of uric acid.
And how do you build up uric acid?
Drinking red wine, eating a lot of red meat, those types of things, if you're genetically predisposed to it, will build up in those joints. And usually it's the big toe, the joints of the big toe that's most affected.
All right. Now, does stem cell help with that? I mean, obviously you want to clean up your diet a bit if you're,
Right. So you wouldn't treat an active gout with stem cell.
Okay.
You'd want to reduce the, what's causing that inflammation, which is usually diet. Maybe treat it with some anti-inflammatories. But if there's joint damage as a result of chronic gout, that's something that we can treat the joint and repair the cartilage in the joint that's worn down as a result of the gout. But the gout itself needs to be treated as an acute condition. We can clean up the mess afterwards, if you will.
All right. Duke, you have a comment? Go ahead, Duke. Welcome to the show. I'm Tom Martino. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hey, I got PRP in a whole bunch of joints, and including my ankles, and I had that problem. I could look at a rock and twist my ankle. They were pretty loose. That was by far the best result I had out of all my joints in the ankles with PRP.
You know what? PRP is pretty good. These guys do a combination of PRP too, and just PRP if you need it. And that's platelet-rich plasma. Now, I heard that's successful a lot of the time. Doctor, what do you think?
PRP, we do it in our clinic as a standalone treatment sometimes, but what we found is that it's really effective if you have a very small tear in a muscle or ligament, or if you have chronic inflammation like a tendonitis, like a golfer's elbow or a tennis elbow. But when you're trying to regenerate cartilage and you're trying to regenerate tissue or a large tear, you're not really going to get a long-lasting result if you use PRP by itself. You may get some relief, but it's not a really good solution for those bigger types of injuries. But if you're just trying to clean up a chronic inflammation, a chronic tendonitis, it works fantastically.
Yeah, PRP, or platelet-rich plasma. Even before that, we had prolotherapy, which is similar to PRP, similar to stem cell. Stem cell is technically a prolotherapy.
Well,
technically, it's a self-healing.
The objective behind all of those treatments is the same, is to bring stem
self-healing.
It's to bring stem cells
That's
to
right.
the area.
That's
so
right.
with prolotherapy, which is the first thing they did, they would irritate the area.
That's
by
on
basically-
purpose with
right.
some pepper or cayenne. Yeah.
Well, they irritate the joint.
Right.
with
They inject it with. I had it injected with I think it was a pepper combination of some
capsaicin.
Yeah,
Yes.
man, and then you get some pain, and guess what? You swell a little, and then it heals.
Right. So that's inducing your body to bring platelets and stem cells to that area to affect healing. And then when you get to PRP, you're kind of bypassing that first part of it and bringing the platelets directly there to then signal stem cells.
Then the third part is
and then
stem
if you
cells.
do the stem cells and the platelets combined directly to the area, then you've bypassed both of those to get to what you need, which is the stem cells interacting with the tissue, causing the regeneration.
See, that is really good stuff. I'm Tom Martino. Stick around. We're going to talk about TMJ from one texter. Whatever you want, by the way, you can call about anything, any problem, question, complaint. We've had full lines today. But we don't have to talk about just stem cell therapy. Whatever you'd like to ask right after this.
Yep.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ComparianInsurance.com.
Major slowdowns on the northeast end of the Denver Metro through Commerce City, I-270 westbound between Vasquez and York. Road damage repairs in the left lane with stopped-up traffic back from I-70. We're looking at about 40 minutes of delayed driving through the Commerce City area. South of there, I-70 westbound road construction continues at York Street with slow traffic back from I-270. Into downtown, I-25 northbound speeds in the 30s and 40s between Alameda and 6th. Fox 31, pinpoint weather, scattered thunderstorms throughout the rest of the afternoon and the week. Highs in the low 80s, overnight low of 51. The current temperature in Denver is 79 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Hi, we're Comparion Insurance Agency. Never heard of us? We know. But to help it stick that our local agents are insurance experts, we're going to say local agent 3 times in the next 5 seconds. Local agent, local agent, local agent.
Find us at ComparianInsurance.com.
Let's talk about David Ellis Jewelry and what they do. They buy jewelry. Of course, you can go there. It's a jewelry store. They got some nice stuff. But they buy jewelry, junk jewelry, tangled messes, whatever, or antique, used. They give you a fair price for whatever you have, okay? They're at 3rd and Clayton. They're safe because we know them for 40 years. You don't have to find someone on social media and meet them in a parking lot, for God's sakes, or mail this away. Don't do it. David Ellis, 3rd and Clayton, 303-322-8779. All right, when it comes to real estate, I recommend O'Brien Legal Services to look at your contracts and to figure out what you need to do to stay safe. It's only a few $100 when you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of dollars. They can also do easement problems, complaints, border disputes, anything to do with real estate, including financing, complicated leases, commercial, residential. That's O'Brien Legal Services, OLSlaw.com, 720-370-7388. Harris Family Law does...
Oh, man, I didn't notice. I'll come back to you after this. I'm an idiot.
What the hell? Crazy deal. If they can't clear...
Dude, I'm not normally on the show this long. I did the morning news.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Well, yeah, what happened to the A-team? Opinion?
Dragon, do you mean?
Faith and ethics. Yeah.
Hey, stand by. Here you go. Coming out of you into you.
At heart, plumlineservices.com. That's plumlineservices.com. All right, I want to talk about two things here with Harris Family Law. First, the family law part. Divorce, separation, child custody. If you want to appeal a divorce decision, they have a special appeals department. They have a lot of things going with family law. They're very good at it. They'll give you a neutral assessment of what a divorce looks like from a neutral standpoint to see what you're going to face even before you file. 303-515-5000. That's their family law division with about 30 attorneys, so they have specialists in different departments and different issues. They also have an estate department. That's either with or without a divorce. But many times when you get a divorce, you got to alter your wills and your trusts and your beneficiaries. They do all that. But they can do that as a standalone service as well. So if you need a will, you need probate, you need to avoid probate, you want a trust, they can do that at harrisfamilylaw.com. That's harrisfamilylaw.com. 303-515-5000. Did you do it again?
No.
Oh, okay.
We got Scott in here causing trouble. Yeah.
Why do we have an empty studio? Jesus Christ. Why the hell would we show a half-empty... We have an empty studio on one side and me on the other.
Well, we should just zoom in on you.
Okay, I'll go fix that right now.
Well, we got to undo that because for the next week or 4 days, it's going to be nobody there.
All right. Hardly anybody there.
Hello?
Hey,
oh, no. Mark and Suzanne are not going to be remote. No one's going to be in the studio.
I'll be here. You want to put a camera on me?
Yeah.
I'll even put my teeth back in for you. Hey, it looks like maybe this guy wasn't talking about Mitch Floria.
Oh, my God. This son of a bitch calls me, and he's not talking about Mitch Floria.
Well, Tom, I'm working on it.
Thanks.
Working on it, Tom.
I'm going to have to announce it.
Well, let us do one more call.
No, I'll wait. I'll see.
Thanks. Mitch didn't, although it would be nice to know by the end of the show.
Well,
we're working on getting a hold of the guy because Mitch didn't have his family or information or address in the system.
Okay, I'm gonna say that at least. I'm gonna say that.
Do it. Thank you.
This one will resolve quickly, Tom.
Thanks, bro.
That happened because unless it's on a timer to do that.
You know,
what, to switch?
Yeah, to switch.
Like after I came in and I said, "Oh, you had it pulled up on the screen," and then I came back in here and I thought, "What the hell?" I mean, I was looking to see if there was a camera
no, you have
there.
to physically do that. You have to fly the image in there, and I didn't do that, so I don't know what's going on.
All right.
Yes.
Saga continues.
Saga is Granite Depot.
All I know is you've all eaten into my nap time. I'm normally sound asleep by now.
In's the van.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened to my TV?
Ridiculously cozy this time of year. Oh my gosh.
I forgot to turn on my damn background. Come on.
Positively Auschwitzian in there.
Now you have my background on. I have a blank screen behind me. What a lousy podcast this is.
Very warm.
Somebody should have told me. Why didn't my guy call me and tell me like he usually does? Okay.
Oh, so good that I'm not easily offended.
All of a sudden I see a blank screen.
All right.
Come on, man.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Mr. Pilot, bring it in for a landing. Here we go.
Talk back to Denver's talk station now.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to make something clear, okay? This guy calls, and he says it's about the art of granite going out to a house and said the bathroom doesn't qualify for the free bathroom when you do the kitchen. Now, we're not positive, but we have a pretty good idea he got the art of granite mixed up with someone else, and it wasn't the art of granite. Now, we're going to find out, because Mitch Floria said, hey, I don't even have this address on file or the name or the customer, and I should have a record of it, and I have no record of doing that job. And Mitch wouldn't lie about it. So I want you to hold judgment. Now, first of all, we've never had a complaint like this before, and if, in fact, he did it, there must have been a reason, but we're going to find out. And he said he can't think of a reason why a bathroom wouldn't apply. I mean, I imagine if you had a giant bathroom and you do the kitchen, a tiny kitchen, have a giant bathroom, you're not going to get a free bathroom. But we'll see. We're investigating. As I told you this before, I am totally, honest to God, transparent when it comes to endorsing people. I love my sponsors until I don't. And that's only happened, okay, one time it happened with the Stem Cell Institute of America. They turned out to be the biggest, in my opinion, liars, cheats, crooks. And this guy went around and started this, what he called the Stem Cell Institute of America. And then he had Dr. who the hell, local, do it. And he was they were using amniotic fluid, and they never took a stem cell. It sucked. Now, that's not who I have here. I have Denver Regenerative. But Dr. Dean Jones, that's who it was. God, it sucked. Anyway.
Hey, Tom?
Wait, yes.
We have a little update. Dollar found out after calling Mitch over at Art of Granite, they don't have any record.
Yeah.
I don't know if they said that.
Yeah,
So,
I don't think they did it. I think they called someone else.
It was Granite Depot. That's the original thing he said.
You know what? Here's the deal. I'm so happy we can clear things up. But thank you very, very much. Okay, TMJ, somebody wants to know about with Denver Regenerative Medicine. Now, again, I went with them because they do real stem cell therapy, and they did it for me. So I know they're doing it genuinely. They get the stem cells out of your fat or fat or bone or both, and then they mix it with PRP and some other stuff, and man, it's a powerhouse. So TMJ, have you ever done TMJ? That's weird.
We don't because of the technical issues in
above the neck you guys don't do.
Above the neck we don't do, but there are
except for hair you do.
Hair we do.
Okay, so below the scalp, above the neck,
yeah,
right.
But for a TMJ joint injection, you're going to want to see an oral surgeon, and there are some oral surgeons that are at least using PRP.
Really?
I know Colorado Oral Surgery, the doctors there use PRP, and they've actually asked to observe our procedure because they want to start using stem cells. But it's not something that we're going to do, but it's something that if you shop around and talk to a few oral surgeons.
Yeah, especially oral maxillofacial surgeons.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
They're way qualified to do that.
They do those injections all the time. You'd be hard pressed to find one that does a extraction of your own stem cells.
No, although I think that some of them in Colorado, in this state, they are qualified because they
can.
Because to build the jaw, they sometimes take some bone from your hip.
Right, and
they're dentists,
and they use PRP all the time.
Yeah,
but I don't know of any that are currently using stem cells.
All right, I want to give someone a plug, and I don't often do this. This has nothing to do with. This is just a random store I went into. Advanced Auto Parts. Now, normally these guys at the counter, they're nice people anyway. This guy was so nice. He was so amazing how much he researched to try to get me the right part. It ended up he didn't have it, but I just can't believe. His name is Thomas Enix, I believe, Enix. Enix, general manager at this Advanced Auto Parts. I mean, he was looking for a thermostat for me and trying to match it because you couldn't see the part number. All you could see is the degree range on it. And it's for a car, whatever. So he was looking all through his inventory. Then he looks online. I mean, this guy was unbelievable. He also helped me with something else I was looking for. And I just never saw anyone that attentive. And it was also on a Memorial Day, I believe, or it was on a day he should have been closed. It could have been, maybe it was Sunday, I don't know. Anyway, Tom, you did a great job. He's the general manager, and it's the 4090 East Iliff Avenue. 4090 East Iliff Avenue, Advanced Auto Parts. You guys tell him what I said. I'm serious. 303-756-9423. Also, stem cell therapy. Get your genuine stem cell therapy, and please do this. Get a consultation with their doc, free of charge. Give them a call, 833-STEM-GEN, 833-STEM-GEN. And, of course, you can always reach us at 303-MARTINO. That's 24/7, 303-MARTINO. Save all your problems for me.
The best.
See you guys.
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow.
That was great. I got a lot of airtime today.
Good, and you got a lot of shit going on. That's good. Yeah. That's good. Because, and then poor Mitch took that, well, it was just an inquiry. But you know what? When I do inquiries like that, that increases credibility. What do you mean? Well, about my own sponsor. He said the art of granite. The fucking guy didn't even mean the art of granite.
Yeah. I would think that happens often.